So now it's Porter out high in the left wing, sizing up Hauser. Drives him left of the lane, stops, floater, good, and the Nets tie the game at 2.
Excellent job. I mean, I think that's a way to get Porter going. If he can isolate also. He doesn't do that much where you just clear out, and he takes guys. I like that a lot.
Celtics in the white with the Kelly green, their traditional home uniforms. Queta had it knocked loose by Porter. Nets pick it up. Nets wearing the black with the Kuji trim. Out of the left side, Clowney a 3. Off the side of the rim, bounds out to Clowney. And then resets it to Porter up top, working against Hauser.
See if he takes him again.
He lost the dribble and picked up by White. White, front court, give it to Hauser. Back it out, Jaylen Brown. Brown size it up. Claxton here again. There's that matchup we talked about before. Claxton on Brown. Brown's got it left wing. Cuts left. Gets inside. Used the body to shield him off. Missed the layup, but he drew the foul.
Nick Claxton was really shading him to his left hand, and I don't know, with great players you can shade him anyway. You just got to square. I think he wasn't square enough on the basketball that time. Gave Jaylen Brown the advantage, got to the block, utilized a quick pump fake, and then got into the body.
And here, this is something that's got to improve with the Nets next year when they start going for it a little bit here. But Claxton is a terrific defender. I don't know how many other centers would take on the challenge of guarding the other team's best wing player.
No, you shouldn't have to be thinking that way, right? That's what you're thinking.
Like, you should have another guy you can that could be his role.
What I've noticed in the NBA now, I think I think a lot of people are looking at defense a lot stronger than they ever have before. Yeah. I think there was a number of years where, they got to space and but they got to shoot. Well, they hope that they can train them to be shooters, but you want to have unbelievable athletic players that can guard.
Brown missed 2 free throws. Game remains tied at 2. Claxton out top. Like, it's great if Claxton has to guard him on a switch or something like that.
Yeah, but straight up.
Yeah,
that's not what you want to be doing.
Traore open, right wing 3, missed it long, rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
Big-time recovery by Derek White to affect that shot.
Brown now looking to attack, cut off by Clowney. They switch it to White. He'll shoot a 3, and it's good for Derek White, who hasn't shot it great from 3 this year, but he's a capable shooter.
Yeah, but brilliant evaluation when they traded for him a few years back, right? I mean, how good has he been?
Gilman sends it left. Clowney looking to penetrate, cannot against Brown. Has to back it out to Gilman. 10 to shoot. Yegor feeds a rolling Clowney. Shot rejected by Queta, out of bounds. Queta.
What's that from? What's that?
Pink Panther. Queta. Queta.
Peter Sellers.
Yeah. Cato was his like guy, buddy, and he'd make him a sneak attack him to keep him on his toes. Yeah. Here's Traore inbounding.
Oh my gosh! Did you ever leave your house?
Yeah, inbound is stolen away by Queta. Queta the other end of the 2-hand slam. Queta. And the Celtics a 7-2 lead. Nets want a timeout.
He snuck up on the Nets and that one and stole the ball.
Yeah, 9:42 to go in the first. Celtics 7, Nets 2 on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming in the Brooklyn Nets app.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
Hey, did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of Fios and 5G Home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers with download speeds over 50 megabytes per second, June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 per month plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, Mobile Plus Home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee. Applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms may apply.
Gold is now over $5,100 an ounce, and silver is at an all-time high. Now is the best time to cash in on your unused gold and silver by going to the Estates Roadshow. Gold and silver, old rings, chains, and even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. 2 locations this week, Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn and Old Bridge at TNT Cash for Gold. Bring your gold, silver, coins, diamonds, and watches, even broken pieces, and get cash on the spot. The prices of gold and silver are at an all-time high, so there's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure, just friendly professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow Monday through Friday in Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn and Friday through Tuesday in Old Bridge at TMT Cash for Gold, the bright yellow building on Route 9 South. Get some cash in your hands today at the Estates Roadshow. For more info, follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook or go to tmtcashforgold.com.
Yo, this is Noah Clowney, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Brooklyn Nets app.
Nothing compares to experiencing Nets basketball in person. You get it when you get here. 2026-27 Nets season ticket memberships are on sale. Visit brooklynnets.com/memberships to explore plans today. Your Brooklyn story starts here. You know, I want to tell a Brooklyn story, Capper.
Tell one.
One of the officials tonight, Marat Kogut, he came to Brooklyn from the Ukraine with his family when he was 7 days old. He was in a homeless shelter with his family in Brooklyn. He was just 7 days old. His father, Leon, was a barber by trade. He ended up owning his own business, still has a barbershop in Brooklyn. As Claxton goes working in the paint around Queta, gets the layup to fall, and a foul is called against Queta. That'll put Nick Claxton at the line looking for a three-point play. So Marat Kogut, growing up in Brooklyn, goes to JFK High School in Brooklyn. Dick Bavetta goes to speak at his school, and Marat Kogut always thought about becoming an NBA referee. And he talked to Dick Bavetta. The next day, Dick Bavetta FedExed him, as Claxton misses the free throw, FedExed him a game-worn Bavetta jersey, official jersey. And Marat Kogut said he would put it on, look in the mirror, and envision himself as an NBA referee. And here he is in the NBA as Brown in the lane gets called for a foul on Traore, and it's Marat Kogut who makes that call against Traore. So if you vision it, you can see it, you try to make it happen. How about that? A guy who escaped the Ukraine at 7 days old, living in a homeless shelter in Brooklyn, now an official in the NBA, and a long-time official in the NBA.
That is I think I know all your stories.
Free throw missed by Jaylen Brown. Well, not my story.
No, I know, but I mean, that's a great story.
You can still go to Ditmas Park, Brooklyn. Leon's is the barbershop.
And his father?
His father, yes. His father cuts hair. You can get a cut. Marat goes there and gets a cut. And you know what? The end of that story, he ends up in 2012 as the free throw missed again by Jaylen Brown. 7-4 Boston, 9:08 to go in the first quarter. In 2012, they worked a preseason game together, Bavetta and Marat Kogut, and again a regular season game in 2013. Here's Traore, driving it right, put it high and soft off the window, and it's good for Traore, a little French kiss.
Yeah, very good. He's getting to the paint. His question, he's got to make sure he doesn't turn the ball over. He's got a couple of early turnovers.
Shireman out of the left. Skip pass over to Brown in the corner, right in front of the Celtic bench. Working against Clowney. The crossover to the step back. 15-footer is in and out. No good. Rebounded by Porter.
How about that catch he made? The ball was thrown way over his head. What a wide receiver he would be.
Here's Gilman out of the right side. Claxton got tripped going after the ball, and a foul was called against Boston. Jaylen Brown called for the foul.
There's young people out there. There's young people with Corino microphones out there right now, trying to emulate you. You think that?
Yeah, send him a tie. There's Claxton.
Whatever you got.
Like Bavetta sent the jersey.
That's right.
There's Traore working left down the lane, kicking in the corner. Three from Clowney is good for Noah Clowney, and the Nets have scored 7 in a row after the timeout.
Yeah, excellent job. And Traore into the paint, right? He's got to touch that paint. He's got to go, what do we say, Claude Monet. He's got to go Claude Monet and touch the paint.
Touch the paint? or finger paint like kindergarten. Left side, Shireman, a three, and it's good for Shireman.
It's like giving you a French artist. Yeah. I thought you'd be impressed. No. Here he goes again, touching the paint.
Traore. It's the Kelly Green paint.
Yes, he's going Kelly Green art today.
On the parquet. in Boston. Traore left of the lane, feeds a rolling Claxton, runs in a K to the lay-in, good off the window, and a foul. Another three-point play opportunity from Nick Claxton.
And another very good feed by Nolan Traore. He began the game a little careless, but a couple of beautiful feeds in the last couple of possessions. And all season long, Claxton has really shown that ability to go with the right hand as he attacks the basket. And he can dribble. He can be a mismatch issue that you got to try to utilize.
Nets an 11-10 lead with a free throw coming from Claxton. 7:38 to go here in the first quarter. And we'll get our first look at Nikola Vucevic in a Celtic uniform. A guy who has always been a net killer. He had a career-high 41 against the Nets in 2017. Had a career-high 29 rebounds as well in a game against the Nets as Claxton airballs the free throw out of bounds.
Yeah, that was significant. Wow.
It was well short.
It was well short.
11-10 Brooklyn.
Traore picking up full on Derek White. I like the way he's moving his feet.
White switched on to Claxton now. Now back to Traore.
Call.
Hauser will back it out to White. White, the step back, straight on three. Buries it. Over Porter. Derek White. Again, we mentioned just 32% this year, but he's 2 for 2 tonight from behind the arc.
A lot of switching going on. He liked that favorable matchup. Knew he could shake Porter, and he did.
Porter on a drive into the paint around Vucevic and lays it up and in.
A lot of things I'm liking here, and that's after the wake-up call in the early going, that first timeout.
Derek White, another try left side, and it's good again. 3 for 3, Derek White from behind the arc.
Hey, get the shooters. It's a scouting report. Right? They're one of the best in the NBA. They've been utilizing the three forever. Stay attached.
Porter, the lob for Claxton and a two-hand slam.
Overhelp is the silent killer of defense. Make them finish some plays in the paint. Especially when it's not Jaylen Brown.
Nets right now, 12 of their 15 in the paint. Vucevic in the paint with a push shot, no good. Got his own miss and laid it in. He just threw Dillman out of the way to get it. 18-15 Boston. 6:18 to go in the first. Traore in the lane. Lob it up. Claxton tried to guide it in. It was a tough play. Didn't make it. Celtics get it the other way. Brown kick out in the corner to Shireman. Ball faking with three, and it's good. He got Clowney to fly by. And Jordi Fernandez wants another timeout.
Well, the three ball, the issue, right? The Nets aren't guarding it. The Celtics love it, and they're getting a lot of looks.
6:06 to go. First quarter. Celtics 21. Nets 15 on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming in the Brooklyn Nets app.
So, should we split the bill?
But math is the worst.
Not all math, because with New York Lottery's extra multiplier scratch-off games, you can multiply your winnings up to 200 times.
Wait, multiply my winnings?
Yeah, you take your winnings, then multiply those winnings up to 200 times.
So all of my winnings times 200?
Yeah, that.
Oh. I've always said math's the best.
Play for chances to multiply your winnings 30, 50, up to 200 times. Prizes up to $5 million. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Brooklyn, how you feeling? Don't get benched by illness or injury. Book at-home urgent care at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand is in-network with major insurance plans, bringing you the same high-quality medical care as a walk-in clinic at about the same cost. When your home team needs an assist, book an on-demand house call at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand. Urgent care reinvented. This message is sponsored by Ambulance by DocGo, the official ambulance service of the Brooklyn Nets, New York Liberty, and Barclays Center.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to A to Z Savings, our biggest sale of the year.
Happy to be here. Can I get some rotors?
Would you like brake pads with that?
How much are the brake pads?
Free with Duralast rotors.
Free? Really?
Really? Free.
I also need some oil.
Would you like an oil filter with that?
Yeah. How much is that?
Free with the oil.
Free? Really?
Really. Free. It's part of A to Z Savings with hundreds of deals.
From A to free.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Ends March 9th. Restrictions apply.
Nets fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience because nothing compares to catching your Nets in person. And all that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Nets and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you in the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles in person. From seeing your favorite Net stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Nets. See you courtside, Brooklyn.
We love talking about the Knicks and Nets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hi, this is Danny Wolf. You're listening to the Brooklyn Nets on The Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM, and the free Odyssey app.
Both teams out to a quick start offensively in Boston on this Friday night. 6:06 to go in the first quarter. The Celtics lead the Nets 21-15.
Yeah, but 21 points. And we're talking about a Nets team in the last couple games has turned it on defensively in the second half. They've got to set a better defensive tone and just know all the details. They get hurt in a different way all the time. And so far in this game, it's been, turnovers, but it's been the three-point line that they're not getting out to, and the Celtics are burying them. They're 5 of 5.
Porter curling down the lane. Shot of Vucevic won't go. Tipped by Claxton, pops out. Celtics have it. Right to left into the front court. Brown on the right wing. Pritchard in the game now. Gets in the paint. Kick it to Brown. Down to the baseline. Vucevic. Turnaround hook over Gilman. Won't go. Rebounded by Claxton. Nearly a steal at midcourt. Brown did save it as he was jumping out of bounds. Got it to Pritchard. He knocked it away and then dove out of bounds near the scorer's table to save it. Now he's got it working in the paint. Feeds Vucevic in the lane, and a leaner is good. And the Celtics have an 8-point lead.
Vucevic just understands how to play, Vucevic. He got a perfect angle on that drive for Jaylen Brown to pass it back to him.
Claxton holds onto it, top of the key.
There's a hand-back play they love to run.
In the corner to Clowney. Clowney. Foul line fade away, off the heel, no good. Vucevic tips it over to Derek White. Front court Celtics. Shireman gets it inside. Vucevic spin out, got grabbed on the arm, still made the shot. And a foul on Clowney. And one opportunity here for Nikola Vucevic.
We noticed this last year with the Boston Celtics with Porzingis when he was playing. If there's switching going on the floor, they're not afraid to go old school and get right down on the block and demand the basketball. And so far, Vucevic's been able to do that and do damage. That's a switching around the floor. When he gets a favorable matchup, he just goes down and plays the post game.
12-2 Celtic run. Free throw good by Vucevic. Game was tied at 13. 4:42 to go in the first. Now 26-15. Celtics on top. Porter gives to Day'Ron Sharpe, who's in the game now. Day'Ron will dribble top of the key, hand back Porter. Left wing, he'll shoot a three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Jaylen Brown. It's a 10-0 run. Brown taking it down the lane, missed the driving layup. Short comes up with it for Brooklyn. Ahead to Gilman. Bounce pass to the right wing to Terrence Mann, who's checked in. He'll shoot an open three. And hits.
He played very well. He sat the last night, so he should be fresh, Terrence Mann. But he was outstanding against the Mavericks. At 17 points, he really gave him a good boost in the third quarter.
Foul here against the Nets as the Celtics brought the ball up the floor. Foul against Danny Wolf. Nets are going to get Josh Minot in. He made his Nets debut last night of the fourth quarter. The former Celtic played 33 games with Boston this year, had 10 starts. He was averaging a career-high 6 points a game when he was sent over to the Nets.
And shot the ball pretty well from the three-point line. He shot at 42% from the three-point line with the Celtics. He was one of the leaders.
Getting an early look here in his former home. Hugo Gonzalez has checked in now for the Celtics as well, the rookie.
Impressive rookie. Again, they've got a lot of wing depth.
Here's a 28th pick this year. Pritchard bumping in the lane with Zaire Williams. Turn around from the dotted line, won't fall. Sharpe able to corral the rebound. Took it away from Hugo Gonzalez. Jordan Walsh in the game now. He's caught the ball as Mann brings it across. Mann in the lane. Hooks it over his shoulder to Sharpe. Right hook rolls off. No good. Vucevic to the rebound.
Hurried it a little bit. Could have settled in. Had a good angle.
Jaylen Brown weaving through defenders. Pass to the wing. Knocked out of bounds by Mann. It'll stay with Boston. 3:30 to go in the first. 26-18. Celtics on top.
Peyton Pritchard, he's whatever role he's been in, and now he's coming off the bench. Just an elite scorer, shooter, one-on-one player, and a great spark now. playing off the bench.
26th pick in 2020. Talk about making a good pick in the late first round. Brown in the lane, twisting shot, banks it in. Jaylen Brown with his first points of the game. Celtics a 10-point lead. Minot working left down the lane, hooks it around the defender to Sharp, kick it up top for Mann. Wide open three, buries the three.
Excellent possession. Began with Minot breaking him down, and then Day'Ron Sharp knocking it out. Remember Minot. Got to remember this guy.
Pritchard now into the front court, gives right Vucevic. He's open for three, and he drains it. Everybody gets a three. Celtics are 6 of 6 from behind the arc.
And Vooch coming in, and he's been a Nets killer forever, and he's picking up where he left off.
Mann gives to Sharp, top of the arc for Brooklyn. 31-21 Celtics. 2:38 to go in the first. Wolf finds Sharp right block out to Minot. A three, no good off back rim, rebounded by Walsh.
Got an interesting stroke. Got a little hitch in it, but I guess it's effective.
Now Pritchard, former Cousy Award winner at Oregon, gives it up, gets it back. Of course, Bob Cousy, a famous Celtic. Here's Vucevic right of the lane, working into the paint, backpedaling, a right hook won't go, rebound loose, scooped up by Gonzalez. A reset for Walsh in the lane, kick to the corner, out of bounds, sailed it wide left to Brown. It turns it over to Brooklyn.
Hugo Gonzalez, known for his hustle plays, and he really crashes the glass, so the Nets got to be aware of him.
Out of the Real Madrid program where he was a teammate of Yegor Dioman when they were teenagers, when they were kids. Here's Mann working to the paint, stumbling under the rim. I think they both are like teenagers now. Here's Wolf, kick it out of the right wing to Minot. 4 to shoot. Works to the foul line. Dumps down low to Wolf, and Wolf tried to rush it, missed, got it back and put it in.
How about that? Missed an easy one, and then clock winded down and came back for him.
Well, he had a grenade. He had to kind of rush the first one.
He had to hurry it. Good hands by Terrence Mann.
Brown tried to work in the paint, and Mann took it away. Brown kicked it. It'll be a kick ball violation. It goes over to Brooklyn.
Good hands by Terrence Mann, though, in the middle of that. Crowding, going at the basketball.
31-23 Boston. Minute and a half to go in the first. Mann gets a screen from Wolf. They get it to Wolf between the circles. He'll walk into an open three and buries the three.
Excellent job. They dared him that time. Wide open, playing off of Danny Wolf.
I think I heard Hugo Gonzalez triple dog dare him. Hugo ever saw the Christmas Story?
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Here's
good hands again.
Walls had it knocked away by Zaire Williams. Give it a man, hooks it away. Cutting Minot, a two-hand slam. Wow, Josh Minot getting up and getting waved with down by towels on the net bench. With 59 seconds to go in the quarter, it's a foul and an and one for the former Celtic.
What an energy boost the Nets have gotten off their bench with Minot and Terrence Mann and Zaire Williams. They are playing with high energy and making a difference, forcing turnovers, getting out and running that time. Playing good basketball, this backup group.
The foul on Gonzalez. Free throw missed, though, by Minot. 31-28 Boston. Nets have scored 7 straight.
There it is, the deflector.
Pritchard had it knocked loose by Williams, gets it back, drives around him, gets to the foul line, kick it out to Gonzalez. Cuts right, gets a seam, then lays it up and in at the rim. Right down Hanover. Other way, Wolf. Working in the paint. Twisting shot won't fall, but a foul is called. That'll put Wolf at the line.
Good job by Wolf that time attacking. Ball got kicked up to him. He was able to see an advantage. Handles the ball very well, and very well with his left hand. He's got to improve his finishing efficiency. But he got fouled on that one. Good attack. Nets bench coming through big here in this first quarter. Felt like the Nets certainly got off to a slow start.
Free throw good for Danny Wolf, the first made free throw for the Nets in 4 attempts. Nets at 13 of their 29 points coming off the bench here in the first quarter. Make it 14 now with that free throw. Celtics bench has chipped in 12, while Vucevic has 10 of them. Free throw good by Danny Wolf. Nets within 3. 30 seconds to go in the first. Pritchard under the basket, bumps to Wolf, and lays it up and in. That's 6'1". Peyton Pritchard just muscling Danny Wolf out of the way.
Yeah, but that's a signature move of his. I mean, that's something that's worked on. People call it a Pritchard. He gets into the body of bigs, and he's really good at that.
Just describe it. Here's a man working against Walsh. His man now with 4 to shoot, 7 to go in the quarter. Takes it left. Works left of the lane, out of the side to Wolf for a 3. No good. Rebounded by Minot. He puts it in. He went over the back of the defender to grab it and put it in. Minot with 2 spectacular plays, the dunk and the putback. 0.6. So Gonzalez, a 3-quarter court heave, comes up short. The first quarter comes to an end.
I tell you what, for a team that needs wing length and athleticism, Josh Minot really showing that, making a nice first impression in this game. Maybe second impression, but really first early
he got
minutes.
garbage time last night. This is actually meaningful time, right? So
thank you.
It's never too late to make a first impression. I don't know, something like that.
Is that a shampoo?
Song. 35-32 Celtics, second quarter coming up on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming in Brooklyn Nets app.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
At Town Fair Tire, New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, you get it all. The guaranteed lowest price, the most free services, and we accept all valid rebates from any manufacturer and from our competition. Yes, we accept them all, even competitor rebates. Town Fair Tire, New England's largest discount tire dealer, now with over 120 stores from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hey, Todd, how many portraits of presidents will it take to lease a sparkling new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 from Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram?
John Montone. Everyone is given White House treatment during Ramsey's President's Day sales event. And that means amazing deals on all Jeep and Ram trucks. And that new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 has your name on it with an amazing lease offer.
Get behind the wheel for $349 a month for 39 months and 0% APR financing for 60 months.
The President's Day sales event happening now at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, home of exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Call 833-853-2969 for details. VIN number T4152323. MSRP $62,715. $29.95 down payment plus tax, title, and registration. Zero security deposit. 0% APR at $1,667 for $1,000 financed. Expires 3/2/26.
Hi, this is Dayron Sharp, and you listen to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Brooklyn Nets app.
So the Celtics went 6 of 6 from behind the arc, shot 70% in the first quarter. That's the bad news. The good news, the Nets are only down 3 right now. 35-32, start of the second quarter. Most points they've scored the first quarter since February 7th against the Wizards. Left side, a 3 by White won't fall, rebounded by Dayron Sharp.
I got some guys playing hard here, right? Terrence Mann getting a lot of deflection. Zaire Williams, Minot, got some speed and athleticism out there.
Working right of the lane, Mann stepped through to the rim, and a reverse layup is good for Terrence Mann.
He kept his dribble alive, saw an opening, got to the weak side to finish it.
Nets are within 1. They've trailed by as much as 11. White out of the right side, right in front of a standing Joe Mazzulla, the Celtics. Down low to Vucevic in the middle of the paint to Gonzalez. Ugo has to back it out. They work it to Pritchard. Straight on 3. Buries the 3, and the Celtics, who just missed their first 3 to start the second quarter, start another streak. They're 7 of 8 from behind the arc.
It began, though, with Vucevic getting the ball on the block, getting a lot of attention, and the ball being able to be kicked out.
Vucevic on the block, like Jenny on the block.
But different. Yeah, it's a different block.
Sharp, top of the key, hands back to Minot. Minot gliding in, a bump, and a banker is good. Why not? Minot.
I was waiting for that. And the over and under was 3 minutes.
I didn't want to give you an
not on the
obvious
first
one,
basket.
no.
I would have been on the first basket.
Here's Pritchard, crossover to the foul line.
This group can guard a little bit.
White Back it out. Pritchard trapped and fouled by Mann.
There's an energized group right here with Zaire Williams, Terrence Mann, Josh Minot. Some speed. Guys flying around a little bit.
We pointed it out a few weeks ago when Mann and Williams team up with Sharp.
Yeah,
how they really get after you. And now Minot seems to be the same kind of player. Pritchard, step back, right wing three. Good. Pritchard again hits from three. And the Celtics continue to be hot from downtown.
They say after practice, but for years, he challenges anybody one-on-one, Pritchard. He just loves, you can see it in his game.
He looks like the kind of guy that would challenge people online at Chipotle. You know, like, my burrito's better. We get a whistle here. Sharp gets fouled by White trying to fight through a screen.
There are things online watching Peyton Pritchard do ball handling drills when he was a young kid in his garage, and the intensity and how he dribbled the ball. It was unbelievable drilling.
Good. Another one of those goes with my rule about players of the year in a good conference. He was a Pac-12 player of the year. The NBA didn't know what he was. Sharp, right wing three, no good. Rebounded by Jordan Walsh. I didn't know if he was a real point guard, if he was too small to be a wing. He's just a competitive, fiery basketball player. He's really good. Takes it to the paint now against Mann. Kick to the corner, deflected out of bounds by Wolf. This is a guy who averaged 20 points a game in college, was the Pac-12 leading scorer, leading assist man, Cousy Award winner, Pac-12 player of the year, and he was drafted with the 26th pick.
Yeah, right? I mean, winning players win.
There you go. Behind the back from Pritchard to White for a three. It's no good. Vucevic kept it alive. It's being volleyed around, and finally Walsh has it near midcourt for the Celtics. Gets some claws. Give it to Pritchard. Missed a three off back rim. Wolf for the rebound. Williams in the front court for Brooklyn. Deflects off the hand of Sharp. Mann's got it behind the back. Put Pritchard on the ground. The crowd wanted a foul call. It's a play on, says the officials. Wolf on a drive. Finger roll. He threw at the rim, and Sharp couldn't handle the alley-oop. Celtics go the other way. White in transition. On the wing, Walsh. Bounce in the corner to Pritchard. Kick it across on the right to White. Shifts it sideways. Gonzalez a three. Send it long. Deflects it out of bounds off Brooklyn. It'll stay with Boston. 8:42 to go in the second. Celtics a 41-36 lead.
Both big men not able to get back, so the Nets did a good job scrambling defensively to help themselves out. Now they're going to go back with starters now, Michael Porter Jr. and Claxton. The energy can't change right now.
Yes.
The defensive energy that these guys have picked up has to be sustained.
Yeah, Wolf going to the bench now, Sharp going to the bench. Both those players are +6 when they were on the floor. We get a whistle here on the inbound. It's a Celtic foul.
It's an interesting lineup the Nets have right now. You got Terrence Mann, I guess, initiate the offense. There's some decent quickness and athleticism out there.
Minot, Williams, Claxton, and Porter along with Terrence Mann. Mann inbounds like a soccer player overhead. Ahead to Claxton. Good. Right back to Mann. Gets under the basket. Comes out the far side. Dribbles to the top of the key. Hands to Williams. Zaire a three. Off the heel. Bounce high in the air. Vucevic tips the rebound to Hugo Gonzalez in the Celtics control.
What an addition Vucevic is. We've mentioned his name 20 times. Scoring, tipping, making positive plays. Here he is again.
He's going to shoot a three in the right wing, and it's good. He's got 13 points to go all in with 7 rebounds.
Right on cue, Vooch.
In 11 minutes. 8-point Celtic lead. Minot spinning into the paint. Tough fadeaway. Hit the side of the rim. Rebounded off the floor by Derek White. Right to left in the White go the Celtics. White kicking on the right wing. A Hauser deep three. No good. Rebound corralled by Mann for Brooklyn.
Every time Hauser shoots, I think it's going in. He's just got one of those strokes that looks perfect.
And I think of Doogie.
You're thinking of a young
Here's
Doc
Claxton. We get a whistle here away from the play and a foul on Hugo Gonzalez.
What year was
Neil
Doogie
Patrick Harris? Right? Neil Patrick Harris?
He was Doogie?
Yeah, that was Doogie Howser.
Yeah.
In mid-'80s at some time, right?
Yeah. Again, you need it. You tell me to update my references. I don't know. I think
Yeah, well, I mean, people have to catch up to us. Here's Minot. Gets it into Claxton. I wasn't around for Led Zeppelin either, but I remember that. Here's Zaire. Goes spinning baseline underneath with a reverse, and it's good for Zaire Williams.
Again, the reserves have played with good energy, good confidence, and that time using the rim to ward off Vucevic's block attempt.
Here's Pritchard out top. Moves it left.
Vooch.
Hauser down low to Vucevic. Draws two defenders. Feeds a cutting Gonzalez at a two-hand slam. Good basketball from the Celtics there.
Yeah, and a breakdown. And Jordy defensively not understanding the role when Vucevic gets the ball in the post. Jordy Fernandez with a quick timeout.
7:11 to go in the second quarter. Celtics 46. Nets 38 on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming in the Brooklyn Nets app.
Did you know you've got McDonald's in your pocket? No, not that ketchup packet you forgot about. I'm talking about the McDonald's mobile app. Yes, you're carrying around all your McDonald's favorites. And with the app, they're only a few taps away. Download the McDonald's app today to get free medium fries with a $2 minimum purchase when the Nets win on the road. And don't forget about that ketchup packet before Laundry Day. Offer valid limited time only through NetSeason at participating McDonald's. Valid the day after the Nets win any away game. McDonald's app download and registration required.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Nets fans, when decided to take a charter bus, there's only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel has the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been servicing New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 30 years. They offer premium customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate travel experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call them at 212-206-6974. Have you ever wondered what it's like beyond the seats at Barclays Center? Well, now's your chance to step into the action with Barclays Center Tours. Explore exclusive spaces, walk the same halls as the players, feel the buzz, and watch the team warm up next to the court. It's your all-access pass to the home of the Brooklyn Nets. So don't just watch the game, live it. Go behind the scenes and experience it the Brooklyn way. Book your tour today at barclayscenter.com/tours.
Hi, this is Terrence Mann. You're listening to the Nets basketball with Chris and the Capper on the Fan.
Well, Net fans, bring the fam out to Barclays Center for Brooklyn's next Kids Day. That's on Sunday, this Sunday, March 1st. First 5,000 kids get a limited edition Nets headband. Fun for all ages as the Nets play the Cavaliers. So lock in your tickets at brooklynnets.com or on Ticketmaster. Sunday's March 1st already. You believe that?
Unbelievable. Time flies.
Goes in like a lion.
Yeah, yeah. Comes out. Yeah, goes in like
out like a lamb.
No, that's how it goes. That's right. Got the Ides of March too.
That would be the 15th. Yeah.
St. Patty's Day. What's that? 17th.
17th every year.
March 8th. My wife's birthday. Chelsea.
How about that? There's Claxton working in the paint. Right-hand scoop off the window, and it's good for Nick Claxton.
I'm giving fun facts, and then Claxton makes a play.
Yeah. What is the Ides of March?
15. Oh, it's Shakespeare thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Here's White. Out of the left side to Hauser. Down low to Vucevic.
Going old school all night.
Bounce pass a little behind White. Turn it over. Traore on the move. Into the front court. Hands back to Porter. Pump fake. Goes left down the lane. Lob it up. And Claxton lays it in.
Good passing ability of Michael Porter Jr. That chemistry with him and Claxton. Good touch in the paint. Not forcing it.
10 for Claxton. Nets down 4. 6:16 to go in the second. Derek White, top of the key. Crossover. Driving it right. Tough fall away over Gilman. Missed the shot. Rebounded by Claxton. Nick Hanlon into the front court. Coast to coast down the lane. Stripped out of his hands by Vucevic out of bounds. You know, you talk about St. Patrick's Day. Remind me one time I saw Raff, our good friend Bill Raftery on St. Patrick's Day one time.
That would have been.
We were doing the NCAA tournament, and he's walking by, and he doesn't have any green on. I go, Raph, it's St. Patrick's Day. No green? He goes, I'm wearing green underwear.
He's the greatest person ever. and broadcaster, that's for sure.
Still sharp as a tack.
Yeah, that's amazing, right? He is really good. Plus, he gets information that nobody else gets because people like him so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's talking about things that nobody else
Well, who's not going to accept a call from Bill Raftery and tell him everything you need
or
to know?
even when in a pregame meeting, hey, Bill, watch this and watch this.
Did I tell you the first time I met him?
What happened?
As Claxton got his hand hit, he was holding his thumb.
Remember, you hurt that.
Yeah, he's going to get that checked out right now with 9 to shoot. There's a delay here. Not sure what the delay is, but I was a sophomore in college, and I'm calling a Fordham MAC championship game.
Yeah.
Fordham made this little miracle run as a 5 seed to get to the MAC championship, and I'm a sophomore calling the game for Fordham, and I'm in the press room before the game, and I see Raph sitting at a table. And this is, at this point, I'm 19?
Yeah.
And I just go, I see the opportunity. I say, I got to go say hello. And I just figure I wanted to say hello and move on. And I go and I say, Mr. Raftery, I just want to say what a huge fan I am. Big Monday, the whole deal. I want to say hello to you. I'm a student broadcaster reporter. I go to walk away. He goes, wait, hold on a second. Here, sit down. Tell me about your team. And he made me sit next to him. And he wanted to talk about the team.
Unbelievable.
Then
right?
And then fast forward. What I love about that story is 15 years later, he's at my wedding.
That's beautiful.
Inbound to Claxton on the left wing. Hands it back to Traore. Working right in the paint. Kicking on the right wing to Clowney. Clowney bumping with White. Goes spinning, had it stripped. And taken away by the Celtics, Derek White. With 5:47 to go in the second. Celtics a 4-point lead. Pritchard feeds Queta, pushed from behind in the post by Gilman, and a foul on Yeagle.
It's been a philosophy all game long, knowing the Nets, again, that was transition right there. So Gilman is back, and Queta knows that he's the guy back, so he went right underneath the rim. But they are not afraid to play old school basketball as the Celtics. Seen a lot of post-ups in this one.
Inside Brown, bottled up, back it out. Hauser, 3, no good off the heel. Tipped out of bounds by Claxton, unfortunately. Celtics, I should say, will have possession. Claxton keeps going to his hand.
Yeah, I wonder if that...
This has been going on for a few games now.
He just went up with one hand to rebound that basketball. I don't know if it was... I think it was related to that.
On that right hand, he's got 2 fingers taped together, and the thumb he keeps kind of feeling. Pritchard against Traore. Left in the lane. Kicking on the right wing to Brown. Shoots the 3 and knocks down the 3. Celtics are 10 of 16 from behind the arc. They made their first 6 in this game.
Well, and yet the Nets are only down 7 right now, right? So this is a ball game if they can do it, the Celtics can level out at the 3-point line. Keep executing.
Traore now into the front court, gives it up for Claxton. Hands back, Porter. Pump fake, steps left, gives it up Clowney. Driving along the baseline, cut off by Queta. Bumping with Brown, turns and a hook, and it's good for Noah Clowney.
Good job pivoting, getting his balance, and then half hook.
Underneath, the layup good by Hauser, and he got fouled by Porter. So the Celtics beat the Nets down the floor, and Hauser with a chance at a 3-point play.
It can't happen. Right down a made basket by Noah Clowney. Ball inbound and up the floor that quickly to Hauser, and only Michael Porter Jr. back. Derek White kicked it up.
So Hauser makes that free throw. 92% free throw shooter, although that's only his 14th free throw attempt of the season. 8-point lead for Boston. 4:45 to go in the second. Traore working left. Left of the lane. Push shot. Good. Oh, he held off Hauser on his hip that time to knock down the shot.
Again, into the paint, reading the defense, seeing what's available, and then making decisions. That was pretty.
Celtic lead is 6. 4:28 to go in the second. Brown shoving with Traore up top, and then Claxton came out and kicked the pass away.
Quick ball, so retain possession side out.
A couple possessions where Traore's done a very good job defending the ball. I think he can go side to side against the guys that are shifty. He has problems when guys go right at his chest. They're looking to post him right now.
Brown trying to post up Traore. Traore stayed in front. Up top, White at 3. No good. Bounce out to the right. Hauser saved it in the corner, but right to Porter. Nets have it. Michael Porter Jr. Look out from behind. Nearly taken away. Now shoots the 3 and knocks it down. Just took it away from Hauser poking at it from behind and then drained the 3. Celtic lead down to 3, and they want a timeout.
Good communication on the bench, letting Michael Porter Jr. know that Hauser was going to go for it. He was able to set his feet and show that shooting ability.
4:06 to go in the second. 52-49. Celtics on top on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming in the Brooklyn Nets app.
Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is redefining the rehabilitation experience. Whatever your age or medical condition, Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center will be there to nurture your body, mind, and spirit. Their award-winning premier facility provides you with an unsurpassed level of care, whether you need short-term or long-term care or 24-hour nursing services. Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is there to put you and your loved ones first. Call 718-636-1000 to schedule a tour today. That's 718-636-1000.
It's Dunkin's World and you're living in it, which means breakfast is easy and costs $5 with Dunkin's $5 meal deal. You get 6 crispy hash browns, a wake-up wrap, and a medium hot or iced coffee, whatever your mood calls for. Bring your friend, your brother, your mother, your cousin, or just bring yourself, because at Dunkin', they make deals for everyone. Get Dunkin's $5 meal deal only at Dunkin'. No substitutions, participations and times may vary. Offer prices varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Injured? Don't be a whiner. Call me, attorney Mark Miner. I'm Mark Miner, and I have over 30 years of experience handling personal injury cases. If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, don't whine. Call 1-800-LAW-LINE. You can trust that the personal injury law firm of Zalman, Schnerman, and Miner will treat you with respect and fight for your rights. Don't whine. Call 1-800-LAW-LINE for a free consultation. Our goal is to transform your pain into payment. If there is no recovery, there is no fee. We handle all types of accident cases and value the opportunity to help you. The sooner you call, the better. If you are injured, call 1-800-LAW-LINE so we can discuss how to transform your pain into payment. Don't be a whiner. Call Zalman, Schnerman, and Miner at 1-800-LAW-LINE.
Zalman, Schnerman, and Miner, personal injury attorneys.
Don't whine. Call 1-800-LAW-LINE. That's 1-800-LAW-LINE.
Hey, this is Michael Porter Jr. You're listening to the Brooklyn Nets on the Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM, and the Brooklyn Nets app.
Hey, Net fans, your Brooklyn Nets go head-to-head against the Memphis Grizzlies on Monday night, March 9th at Barclays Center. Catch the action live in Brooklyn. Get your tickets at brooklynnets.com or via Ticketmaster. Chris Carino, Tim Capstraw back with you. Celtics a 52-49 lead over Brooklyn. 4:06 to go in the second quarter.
Good positive things we're seeing after the beginning of the game where the Nets are down early. Good energy, especially off their bench, and they're getting to the paint. Traore and company are getting to the paint, making some good plays.
Neemias Queta handling up top for the Celtics in the white with the Kelly green letters and numbers going right to left. Out top to Shireman. Shireman hooks it across to Hauser. Right wing 3 is good for Sam Hauser.
He picked it up off his shoelaces that time. The pass was low, but he went right into a shooting form. They continue to hurt the Nets at the three-point line.
Celtics are 11 of 18 from 3, and that's the first made for Hauser. And we get a whistle here to foul on Jaylen Brown. Got tangled up with Clowney. Foul on Brown is his second personal. Nets hanging in with the Celtics, despite the Celtics shooting 60%. Nets just shot 53% from the floor in this game.
They got just a really good boost off their bench. I thought that made it. These guys played a little bit better as the game wore on, the starters here. But they need to defend at a higher level, this group.
Clowney out to Porter, top of the arc, steps left, backs up, 3 on the way. Good for Michael Porter Jr. That's his second made 3. He's got 10. Nets are within 3, 3:15 to go in the half.
Dig in defensively. Clowney's matched with Jaylen Brown. They're switching everything.
Queta, number 88 for the Celtics. 2 88s on the floor. You very rarely see that. Shireman, number 55, foul line fadeaway, rolls around and falls in for Baylor Shireman.
Had an interesting, unorthodox game as a lefty. Powerful, kind of caught in between positions, but a winning, tough player.
Traore, the other 88, behind the back pass inside of Claxton. A runner won't fall. Rebound tip to Claxton underneath with a reverse. No good, but he got fouled by Hauser. And that'll put Nick Claxton at the free throw line.
You take the threes away, the knocking at this incredible clip that the Celtics are doing, and you're talking about the Nets having a very, very impressive first half.
Yeah. But it's all connected, right? I mean, you could take away the paint, you open up the three, free throw good by Claxton.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, how do you get these openings? It's a lot of penetration with the ball. Sometimes it's with the pass, but oftentimes it's an extra defender that has to come over. Therefore, everybody's in rotation. You get everybody in the blender, and that's why open shots are available at the three-point line.
Free throw good by Claxton. And again, we said his right hand hurting him, but he's a lefty, so his non-shooting hand is Brown working against Claxton head of the arc. Switched up with Gilman, gives it left for Hauser, back to Brown. Brown attacking, spinning in the lane, tough contested shot, no good, but a foul is committed. Claxton came over to double. Gilman ends up getting called for the foul. Claxton really relishes going up against Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
You can see he gets excited when he guards guys like Jaylen Brown. Wants to show you what he can do defensively.
Well, yeah, but Gilman had him that time decently, but I thought it wasn't the wrong play. If Jaylen Brown gets into the paint and spins, you should be sending in a second defender.
Free throw is good by Jaylen Brown. Brown, who comes into this game averaging 29.1 a game. You almost say he's a All-NBA year this year for Jaylen Brown as he makes that free throw.
Could he hit some MVP votes?
Could, maybe. 5-point lead for the Celtics, 2:21 to go in the second.
And with some of these guys, if they don't get the 65 games in, right?
Yeah.
Jokic, Gilgeous-Alexander, guys like that.
Right of the lane, Traore. In the corner it goes. Gilman a three. No good. Rebounded by Shireman. Of course, you're talking about you have to play a minimum of 65 games to get a postseason award. Brown, stumbling in the paint, got knocked to the ground, and a foul is called. Do you think that's too harsh? Kind of done to prevent the load management stuff. The problem is when they get a legitimate injury.
I know. It's a...
I mean, you think about it, that means you're missing 17 games.
Well, here's a question to you. Say you come back. What constitutes playing in a game? Say, would you play, I think I heard
like
Frank Isola talking about
Bridges
this
thing, come back for a jump ball and then come out of the game.
Exactly.
Free throw is good by Jaylen Brown. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer. I know that they just try to do things to make sure guys play, which is an unfortunate kind of thing we're talking about as Brown at the line. But, I understand it when it's a situation as he makes that second where, they're resting guys all the time. It's another thing when they have a legitimate injury and maybe they're going to miss 20 games on the year, but they're still good enough to be the MVP. I don't know. And if you miss 20 games, are you really an MVP?
I don't know. That's a great point right
Ball
there.
knocked loose. Traore gets it back. 7 to shoot. Feeds Claxton to the corner to Gilman. 3 on the way. No good. Long rebound. Loose on the floor. Picked up by Cater. But his outlet stolen away. It was deflected. Traore's got it down low to Porter. Porter corralled. Has to back it out to the far sideline and reset. Porter. Pump fake. He'll shoot a 3. No good. It was short. And the rebound to Brown.
That's a heck of defensive recovery, isn't it, by the Celtics? That's had a real advantage.
Brown in the front court. Lob it out of the left wing to Hauser. Up top now to Derek White.
Kind of post up Traore.
Brown, does it at the top of the key. Claxton comes to double. They pass out it to White. 4 to shoot. It's going to launch a 3. Short. Rebounded by Clowney. Nets of the ball down 7. Under a minute to go in the half. Porter up top, played by Hauser. Bulldozing his way in the paint. The foul in the bucket. Queta commits the foul. Porter with a chance at a three-point play.
That was an impressive drive. We've seen a couple of those in this game where he's gotten to the paint, and not a whole lot of shot blocking on this Celtic team. So if you get there, a guy at 6'10", that time was able to adjust it around Queta.
We'll go back to that conversation we were having. I guess how they arrived at the 65 games, it's basically you're playing 80, 65 means you're missing 17, so that's roughly 20% of the team's games.
Yeah.
Should you even be an MVP if you miss 20% of the game?
Yeah. I think all the times the rules are instituted is because there's a problem, and you try to address that. Same thing with the tanking stuff. This is a problem. They will address it, and you do the best you can.
Free throw is good by Porter. I mean,
but this is different. This is a hard rule. You know what I mean? This is different.
If Shea has the kind of year he's having and he misses 20 games and they go 10-10 without him, isn't he still the MVP?
He's almost proving
they're the best team in the league.
Yeah, it would almost be like he's proving.
His absence is proving how valuable it is. There's Brown threw two defenders in the air and then laid it up and in. A pump fake got Clowney and Porter to bite. 63-57. Celtics, 30 seconds to go in the first half. Terrence Mann in the front court, hands it back to Porter. Porter sends it left for Claxton, straddles the arc on the left wing. Bounce to a cutting man, kick it on the right wing to Clowney. Ball fake, moving left. Pass out of the left wing. Zaire Williams at three is short. And the rebound settles into the hands of Jaylen Brown. Shot clock is off, 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Brown in the front court, straight on, pull-up three, and it's good for Jaylen Brown. With 4.5 seconds to go, Celtics take a 9-point lead. Nets will inbound, full court. Claxton gets it into Porter. Trapped on the far side. He's going to force up a 40-footer at the horn off the shot clock. No good. First half comes to an end.
I was getting ready to say about a minute ago that the Nets really did a very solid job on Jaylen Brown throughout the first half. And yet the last minute or so he shows his ability to hurt you in so many different ways. One time really strong at the basket. Next time down the floor, knock it down a deep three. He's a special talent.
He ends up with 14 in the first half to lead the Celtics. Michael Porter Jr. had 13. Nick Claxton with 12. At the half, Celtics 66 and the Nets 57. We'll come back, check the out-of-town scores, break down the first half. It's coming up on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming in the Brooklyn Nets app.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, goals into growth, and empowering our clients with financial solutions that deliver results. Barclays, powering possible.
The Brooklyn Nets are proud to present today's small business partner, Protection Technologies, LLC. With over 40 years of expertise, Protection Technologies leads the way as a top-tier low-voltage security integrator, specializing in multifamily buildings, businesses, and critical infrastructure with cutting-edge surveillance, intrusion detection, access control, and smart technology solutions. The Brooklyn Nets Small Business Partner, Protection Technologies, LLC.
So, should we split the bill?
But math is the worst.
Not all math, because with New York Lottery's extra multiplier scratch-off games, you can multiply your winnings up to 200 times.
Wait, multiply my winnings?
Yeah, you take your winnings, then multiply those winnings up to 200 times.
So all of my winnings times 200?
Yeah, that.
Oh. I've always said math's the best.
Play for chances to multiply your winnings 30, 50, up to 200 times. Prizes up to $5 million. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Did you know you've got McDonald's in your pocket? No, not that ketchup packet you forgot about. I'm talking about the McDonald's mobile app. Yes, you're carrying around all your McDonald's favorites. And with the app, they're only a few taps away. Download the McDonald's app today to get free medium fries with a $2 minimum purchase when the Nets win on the road. And don't forget about that ketchup packet before Laundry Day. Offer valid limited time only through NetSeason or participating McDonald's. Valid the day after the Nets win any away game. McDonald's app download and registration required.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, goals into growth, and empowering our clients with financial solutions that deliver results. Barclays, powering possible.
What's up, y'all? It's Nick Claxton checking in, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets Basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM in the Brooklyn Nets app.
Halftime in Boston. Celtics with a 66-57 lead over the Brooklyn Nets. We'll break down the first half just a little bit. Let's check out what's going on around the rest of the NBA. Two of the top teams in the Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons and Cleveland Cavaliers, going at it. Right now they're in the third quarter. Pistons a 65-64 lead over the Cavaliers. I want to see if James Harden is still out of the lineup with that thumb injury. I know, originally he fractured his thumb, and they said, well, he's not going to be out for the year. He's not going to have surgery or anything. He's just going to sit out a few games. He's not yet back in the lineup. Cade Cunningham has 17 in the game. Jared Allen has 17 for the Cavaliers. But that's a good matchup right now, late in the season. Of course, two of the top four teams in the Eastern Conference. Detroit in first place. Celtics 5.5 games behind them. Knicks at 7 games behind Detroit. And they're a half game in front of Cleveland, who sit in that 4th spot right now. And again, a 1-point game in the third quarter. I do think, though, it's a little bit we've seen in the last couple of weeks. Everybody says the Western Conference is better, and they've gone out and they've really proven it, because when these Western Conference teams have played the Pistons and the Cavaliers lately, they've handled them pretty well, with the exception of Oklahoma City the other night. Didn't play anybody against the Pistons.
Yeah, and still was a game. Yeah. The really impressive performance was early in the week, and we saw last night the San Antonio Spurs. The Detroit Pistons tried to utilize their physicality against them and go up and be a problem, and they are just playing at a really high level and really took care of business. Although, it's funny how the West is. The East has, if you bring Tatum back to the Celtic team, you got the Cavaliers now with Harden. There's some interesting teams in the East right now. I still think the Knicks are really good, and we'll just have to. It's going to be a lot of fun come the playoffs.
The Knicks coming off a loss the other night. They're in Milwaukee taking on the Bucks. They have a 43-30 lead. Giannis is not playing in that game. Still remains out for the Bucks. They're in the first quarter in Dallas, just getting underway. Grizzlies out to a 4-0 lead, and later on you've got Denver in Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. It is halftime in Boston. The Celtics a 66-57 lead. We'll talk about it. We return right after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
If you're tired of dealing with dummies every time you shop for a car, I get it. All the games they play, the back and forth, it's brutal. Well, the team over at Route 22 Toyota seem to have it figured out. They're real people who have made the entire process of buying a car simple and that smart. Plus, they're easy to get to, right on Route 22 in Hillside, New Jersey, and they're always on the money with incredible deals on their huge selection of new and used Toyota. So remember, if you're tired of dealing with dummies, get over to Route 22 Toyota and experience the smart way to buy your next vehicle.
Hi, it's Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. My home is a very happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And while that's not an easy thing for me to achieve, my friends at CertaPro Painters had no such problems. Big jobs, small jobs, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
Hey, did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of Fios and 5G Home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers with download speeds over 50 megabytes per second, June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 per month plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee. Applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms may apply.
Hi, this is Danny Wolf. You're listening to the Brooklyn Nets on the Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM, and the free Odyssey app.
Celtics with a 9-point lead over Brooklyn at the half. They led by as much as 11. They made their first 6 threes. They end up 12 of 20 from behind the arc, 14 for Jaylen Brown, 13 for Vucevic. The Nets bench kept them in it for the most part in that game, but the Celtics just, again, Nets had given up 70 or more in each of the last 2, give up 66 in the first half here of this game.
And what you're concerned about, and these are 2 teams that play a very slow pace, so, maybe you're not giving up 70, 75, but you're giving up 61% from the field, right? Yeah. And then 60% from 3. And, but I will say this, that was early on in the game, and they got down 11. I think it was 26-15, midway through the first quarter. And after that, they've played, I think, energetic, intense basketball. I think offensively they've been able to get to the paint enough, make enough plays at the paint. They've sprayed it around. They've missed some open looks that they can knock down. They've taken care of the basketball. They've only have 4 turnovers in the game. They got sparked very much off the bench when they went to Terrence Mann, Danny Wolf, Day'Ron Sharpe, Josh Minott, and Zaire Williams. And Minott made a really nice impression, didn't he? He was had 6 points. He showed his athleticism. He was out in the break, and then he made another athletic play on a putback. There were deflections, there was energy, there was some fast breaking going on. That group, I think, played well. And, had the Nets, they're hanging around in this game, but they've got to find a way to be consistently better defensively. They just have to. Because it was tangible to see the difference in the second unit defense. The man, Minott, Zaire Williamson,
Day'Ron
Sharpe flying around the floor mentality was really impressive, and that's what you got to do. They were dictating on defense, not being dictated to, and the Nets were switching a lot. Vucevic was a problem for them at a big portion of the first half with his ability to hurt you in different areas, and they were posting a lot, knowing that the Nets will switch even 1 through 5. So that became, and some passes in the paint by Vucevic got easy baskets. Nets are in this game. Can they play better defense? Can they play with the energy, the requisite energy needed, much like the guys that played 7 or 8 minutes off the bench showed them how to do?
The Nets were led by Michael Porter Jr. He had 13 points in the first half. Nick Claxton with 12 points. And they got 8 from Terrence Mann, 7 from Danny Wolf, 6 from Josh Minott, including a great 2-hand slam on a driving play. And they did another putback when he went over a couple of defenders to grab it. But the former Celtic had 6 points in 9 minutes. Nets shot 49%. Goes 6 of 17, though, from behind the arc. And the Celtics with a 9-point lead at the break. Take a timeout. We will come back with the start of the third quarter after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Nets fans, when decided to take a charter bus, there's only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel has the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been servicing New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 30 years. They offer premium customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate travel experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call them at 212-206-6974.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Hi, this is Terrence Mann. You're listening to the Brooklyn Nets on The Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM, and the free Odyssey app.
That Barclays Center's stunning rust-colored facade, it's made of 12,000 weathered steel panels that aged for 7 years before being installed. It's a work of art, and now you can learn how it was built on a Barclays Center tour. Head to barclayscenter.com/tours to book yours today. We are back, getting ready to start the third quarter. Chris Carino and Tim Capstraw with you. Celtics with a 66-57 lead over Brooklyn.
Well, we've seen the Nets play much better defense in second halves than we have in the first half the last few games. Let's see if they can bring that out. I thought their offensive attack was very solid. I thought they got where they wanted to go. I think they got into the paint quite a bit. They got plays at the basket, and they took care of the basketball. They only turned it over 4 times. Can they defend well enough against Jaylen Brown and company, and certainly defend that three-point line of the Celtics?
Hey, we should acknowledge that we lost a great Brooklynite today, Neil Sedaka, 86 years old. Another incredible musician who came out of Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, amazing, right?
You had, how about in the same class, you had Barbara Streisand and Neil Diamond. The same high school class.
Erasmus Hall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, how about that?
And now Neil Sedaka. Breaking up is hard to do.
Oh.
Remember we brought up the Captain and Tennille song the other day, Love Will Keep Us Together? I read that Neil Sedaka wrote that song. And he's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
How about that?
People remember Neil Sedaka. There are older compatriots out there.
How about if you're
Calendar Girl, Laughter in the Rain?
Oh, I could sing that. Yeah, I know you did.
Laughter in the rain as Jaylen Brown reigns in a 3.
I knew you were.
And the Celtics take their largest lead of the game. It's 12 to start things off.
That's why you need to be in a Hall of Fame someday. Right there. I knew.
In the Iona Prep Hall of Fame. Here's Traore working left, the drive to the rim, and he scores in a driving bucket.
And that's Traore.
There you go. When the moon hits your eye.
When the ball hits the paint. We gotta get a lyric.
Inside, Cada with the layup.
See, we talked about defense coming out and setting a tone. Right there, that's where you see the youth, right? When you see the youth of this lineup is... You got 3 young players. I'm talking about Conley also. Well, Ben Porter's not exactly a tremendous defender.
He'll shoot a 3. He got fouled by Shireman. He was looking around with his palms up. I don't know why he got called for that, but a foul will put Porter at the line to shoot 3. Did you say Utes?
Utes?
What's a Ute?
Ute.
22 youths.
That's right,
Your Honor. Free throw missed by Porter.
How about if you're like Barbara Streisand and you're in it's a senior, or no, Neil Diamond didn't win his senior year talent show.
Yeah. Free throw good by Michael Porter Jr. Yeah, like you're Neil Diamond, you weren't even the best singer of your senior class. He did okay for himself.
You see that Song Blue?
I did. Great movie. I really enjoyed that. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Here's Brown. Left side turnaround is good and rattles in for Jaylen Brown. He's up to 19 points.
Yeah, it doesn't take him long, right? It said, oh boy, the Nets had him under control for a quarter and a half. Now he's exploding.
Traore out of the left wing. Traore baseline, skip pass over to Noah Clowney. Clowney working in the paint. Tough leaner. Good for Noah Clowney.
Excellent job. Again, he went into the paint and he was controlled. He utilized the fact that he's 6'10".
Jaylen Brown, pump fake, going to drive it left, take it all the way to the rim, gliding in, and kisses it off the window for a bucket.
He's dominating right now. That time, the eyes sell the lies. He looked right at the rim. Claxton got out of his defensive stance, and he was able to get right by him.
That sounds like a song, Your Eyes Sell the Lies, like a country song.
It might be, yeah.
There's Porter on a screen. Gives it up in the right corner to Dillman in front of the Celtic bench, and then he turned it over. A pass out top. Brown deflected it into the backcourt, then races down in the corner. Outran Clowney for it, finds Caden at the rim, and he lays it in. And Jordi Fernandez, no doubt, hated everything about that last sequence, and he calls a timeout.
Especially that Celtics were getting a layup, and there was no black jerseys around after you made a mistake.
77-63, Celtics on top, 9:38 to go. In the third quarter, we're back after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
Hey, Todd, how many portraits of presidents will it be to lease a sparkling new Jeep Grand Cherokee from Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram?
John Montone. Everyone is given White House treatment during Ramsey's President's Day sales event, and that means amazing deals on all Jeep and Ram trucks.
Only $299 for 39 months for a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4.
Or $269 for 39 months to lease a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler 4-door Sport S 4x4.
I cannot tell a lie. With lease offers this good, I'm ready to start my own presidential motorcade.
The President's Day sales event happening now at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, home of exceptional people, exceptional deals.
$29.95 down payment plus tax, title, registration, and fees. Call 833-853-2969 for details. VIN number S8749301. MSRP $47,325. VIN number TW224875. MSRP $49.90. $29.95 down payment plus tax, title, and registration. Zero security deposit expires 3/2/26.
Tellers, an American chop house, has spent more than 25 years defining excellence and has become a true Long Island institution. But have you experienced their Gold Bar? Paying homage to the time-honored bars of years past, the Gold Bar is the perfect setting for a before-dinner cocktail or an after-dinner nightcap. Their whiskey, bourbon, and scotch collections are handcrafted and meticulously selected because Tellers takes their drinks just as seriously as their steaks. Tellers is more than a restaurant. It's an experience. Reserve today at tellerschophouse.com.
Everybody knows Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, beating all the local competitors with our guaranteed lowest prices. And now, with over 120 stores throughout New England, we beat all the competition, including the warehouse clubs, the online sites, and the local dealers. Yes, we beat them all with the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
We're your official station to talk Yankees and Mets. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hey, this is Michael Porter Jr. You're listening to Nets Basketball with Chris and the Capper on the Fan.
So the Celtics jump out to their largest lead of the game. It's 14 with 9:39 to go in the third quarter.
Well, we said the Nets had to come out and set a tone defensively, this group, and they certainly have. They're right in the game, and they can score enough, or they can be sharp enough against this Celtic team offensively. this group in particular, and not getting back on defense, Jordy Fernandez let him know about it.
Porter into the Kelly Green paint, kicking on the right wing to Gilman.
He's been too quiet. He's got to get aggressive.
Goes into a back down on Hauser, turns into the paint with a high arcing floater that rolls around and goes in for Yegor.
He's 6'9". He can get the spots and shoot over.
First points of the game for Gilman.
He got to the paint. That was a good job by him.
Brown to the foul line. On the wing to Hauser. Bounce to the corner. Shireman going to circle into the paint. Throws it at the rim. Keita lays it in.
Well, that all begins because the Nets got to give extra attention to Jaylen Brown. But when he gets rid of the ball, you got to scramble out of the trap. And then sort of communicate and, don't let guys be open.
Traore out of the right wing. Gilman a three. It's good for Yegor.
There's the young players working together. I love the fact that Traore can go to his left and snap it with his wrist to the right side of the floor. He does that really well.
Neither team has missed a shot yet in the third quarter. A combined 10 for 10. Keita got fouled away from the play. Foul on Noah Clowney. Yeah, when you talk about, people make a lot about Gilman doesn't have a lot of 2-point field goals made this year.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think, well, it's about aggressiveness, driving and getting layups. No, sometimes it's about getting to the elbows, places in the paint, and shooting over smaller defenders.
Like you said, remember he made that one play along the baseline. He said he doesn't have to beat people. Go to spots and then step back over him. And just
Brown had it poked loose by Traore and stolen away by Porter. Porter on the drive, into traffic, layup good, and a foul is called. And it all started with the defense of Nolan Traore.
Well, good response out of that timeout by Jordy Fernandez. Sure, he addressed it pretty direct, what he wanted to see, and that's responding.
But Tim, that was Traore defending Jaylen Brown.
Exactly, and having the hands, right?
And knocking it away from him. Free throw is good by Porter.
Yeah, he's a very good defender. The only time he's not is when teams eat up this space and go right into his chest.
Yeah, and on that one, Brown was driving into him. It wasn't like he was just standing there. I know Brown can sometimes be a little loose with it. Here's Hauser, right wing three, no good. Keita, though, with an offensive rebound, and he got fouled.
Brown's gotten better, though, at him. That's a good job by Traore.
Yeah. No, I think that's been as eye-opening as anything is Traore's ability to defend.
I like an awful lot I'm seeing. And then, you were telling me earlier, telling a story earlier about meeting Bill Raftery and you're 19 years old.
Yeah, which is how old Traore is.
And we forget, right? We forget the age of these people. Mm-hmm. These young. My youngest daughter now is 21. I couldn't imagine her in a role like this. And she's pretty mature. Right? Your son's 20. It'd be like, wow.
Well, these guys, especially like Traore and Gilman, that grow up playing in these high-level international programs, they're forced to grow up very fast.
Yeah, they live on their own, and they play against a lot of older players, right, all the time.
So now Celtics will inbound, up 8. 8:01 to go, third quarter. Brown inbounding, near side, front court to our right, in front of the net bench. Bench on the far side. Hauser brought it down, lost it. Traore knocked it away. A diving Keita gets tangled up with Claxton on the ground. And they're going to call a foul on Nick Claxton, I believe. All right.
What they got here? Yeah, they got him on a foul.
Yeah. He was diving after a loose ball, and I look at a replay. Claxton could have just gone and Keita was on the ground, could have gone and tied him up. Instead, he jumped on top of him. And now we get a collision before the ball was even handed to the inbounder as Clowney goes down, tangled up with Keita.
Yeah, let's not. Yeah, it was actually Clowney. Yeah, Clowney went down. You just said that. But Keita,
I think he took a dive. He was trying to accentuate the contact. Crowd seeing it, and they thought it was worthy of an actor's award, the SAGs tomorrow. Here's Brown working right down the lane. Floater off the side of the rim, no good. Brown deflects it out of bounds.
Different energy right now with this group. That wake-up call by Jordi Fernandez, playing with a little anger, a little focus. Diving on the floor, diving on bodies, flicking it away. I think that's exactly what you said about Traore. When he's matched up with these guys, be the aggressor defensively with your hands. You see that all the time with the elite defensive teams in the NBA. The Thunder, they were there.
Traore working right, gliding in, put it high off the window, and he bounces it out off the glass. Nolan Traore with a beautiful drive, the little high French kiss, and the Nets cut it to 6.
He does that really. Second one we saw tonight, because he can really accelerate, gains the advantage, and just puts it really so high and so soft.
Ooh, the soft kiss. 7:26 to go in the third. 79-73, Celtics on top. The smooch on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
So, should we split the bill?
But math is the worst.
Not all math, because with New York Lottery's extra multiplier scratch-off games, you can multiply your winnings up to 200 times.
Wait, multiply my winnings?
Yeah, you take your winnings, then multiply those winnings up to 200 times.
So all of my winnings times 200?
Yeah, that.
Oh. I've always said math's the best.
Play for chances to multiply your winnings 30, 50, up to 200 times. Prizes up to $5 million. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
What if you could feel every pass, every shot, every moment of the game? One Court devices help fans who are blind or low vision follow live NBA action through trackable vibrations and audio commentary. Ticketmaster has teamed up with One Court to provide devices at Brooklyn Nets games at Barclays Center. When you're coming to the game, devices can be found at Guest Services, located just outside Section 12 on the main concourse.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Brooklyn, how you feeling? Don't get benched by illness or injury. Book at-home urgent care at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand is in-network with major insurance plans, bringing you the same high-quality medical care as a walk-in clinic at about the same cost. When your home team needs an assist, book an on-demand house call at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand, urgent care reinvented. This message is sponsored by Ambulance by DocGo, the official ambulance service of the Brooklyn Nets, New York Liberty, and Barclays Center.
Hi, this is Dayron Sharp, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Brooklyn Nets app.
Celtics had opened up as much as a 14-point lead here in the third quarter, but the Nets have cut it to 6. 79-73 Boston. 7:26 to go, third quarter in Beantown on a Friday night. Chris Carino and Tim Capstraw with you. Celtics in their traditional home white Kelly green uniforms. I could get back to the home team wearing white a little bit.
Yeah. You go long stretches without seeing it.
Nets are in their black with the Coogee trim, the old Biggie trim, like the sweaters you used to wear.
Traore's got Jaylen Brown in the post. He's trying to battle.
It's White up top. Pritchard, 3, straight on. Buries it. Peyton Pritchard off the bench with his third 3. He's got 11.
Three-point shot, been a problem all night defending that. 13-22 are the Celtics.
Made their first 6 of the game, 7 of their first 8. Left wing Clowney, a 3 is short, rebounded by Vucevic, who's in. With Pritchard, Hauser, White, and Brown. Pritchard sends it left. Hauser in front of the net bench, dumps it down low. Vucevic going to work in the post against Porter. They bump, mid-post, left of the lane, cross-court feed, Hauser a 3. It's no good off back rim. Traore with a rebound, and outlets ahead to running Yeoman. Stins and sends it to the corner. Clowney left corner 3 is good for Noah Clowney.
Nice pace, getting the ball out quickly. First of all, the outlet by Traore gave the advantage for the Nets, and then Yeoman gave it up to Clowney.
Celtics with the ball up 6 again. 6:10 to go in the third. Brown against Joman. Spin out to the rim, got help. Layup no good, but a foul was committed as Porter, Claxton, and Joman all converged on Brown.
I said it a lot in the first half, right? If they see an advantage, a size advantage with the Nets switching or transition, they go immediately to the post. Not afraid to play a little 1990s basketball, the Celtics. The Nets couldn't catch up to provide a double team on Jaylen Brown.
Free throw for Jaylen Brown is good. 7-point lead for the Celtics. 6:06 to go, third quarter. Second of a back-to-back for Brooklyn, losing last night at home to San Antonio. Celtics first game back from a 4-game West Coast trip, coming off a loss to Denver a couple of nights ago.
The Sparnacle effect might be involved a little bit with this. Certainly hasn't hurt their three-point shooting.
The kind of hangover effect of a West Coast trip. Free throw good by Brown.
The first game back after a West Coast trip is the last game of the road trip, according to Sparnacle, Jim Sparnacle, about 20 years ago.
There's Claxton out of the left side. Hands it back, Porter. Circling to the foul line area. A couple of fakes into a shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Hauser. 8-point lead for the Celtics. 5:47 to go, third quarter. Derek White gives it up left side to Pritchard. Pritchard's going to drive left with the dribble against Joman. Cut off to a cutting White. Sends it in the corner. Vucevic a three, and it's good for Nikola Vucevic.
That's good basketball, wasn't it? The way White cut down the paint and just sprayed it quickly to Vucevic. What a good pickup he's going to be.
This one goes to 11 as Clowney's got it in the corner. They'll work it out. Out high on the left to Porter. Cuts left through the lane, scoops it off the window, no good. Vucevic tipped it ahead, and Jaylen Brown's got it for Boston. Slowed up by Traore as he works hard to get it across the midcourt line, dribbling off the back of his leg into the backcourt. Now the Nets, Celtics should be getting in the front court.
Just missed an 8-second count.
Pritchard out of the left side now to Hauser.
Traore's really impressing me with his toughness.
Bumping with Brown, kick to the corner. Vucevic out to Hauser, left wing three, and he buries it. Nothing but net. With the shot clock expiring, Sam Hauser hits the three.
Got to be there sooner, right? When one guy doubles, everybody else is on a string rotating to that direction, especially to a shooter like Doogie Hauser.
There's Traore down the lane, blocked out of bounds by Brown. Celtics have scored 8 in a row after the Nets cut it to 6. .434 remaining in the third. 90-76 Boston. And now we'll get a timeout. So the Celtics matching their largest lead with 14. 4:34 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
Just thinking about how prices have gone up stresses me out. Everything's too expensive.
Yeah, but it's all good.
What's your deal?
What's my deal? I saved at Metro by T-Mobile with no activation fees. And I got 4 lines for just $25 each.
Wow.
And 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G. And no ID required.
Get that more for your money feeling. Only at Metro. Visit your store today. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
What's up, y'all? It's Nick Claxton checking in, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM and the free Odyssey app.
So the Celtics used the timeout to challenge the out-of-bounds call. Traore was going up for a layup. Jaylen Brown blocked it from behind the ball and out of bounds. It was ruled Brooklyn ball. But Joe Mazzulla and his staff think that it was last touched by Traore. That the Celtics should have possession. So we'll wait to see the call here from the general. That'd be Brent Barnaky.
Wow, you had me on that. He did the All-Star game this year.
Barnaky?
Yeah.
Barnaky?
He owes me money.
Checking it out with Marat Kogut. And we'll hear from Brent Barnaky.
After review, the challenge is successful. The ball is off of Brooklyn. It'll be Boston's ball on the baseline. Because the challenge is successful, Boston will have the opportunity to challenge later in the game. The game clock will be reset to 4:35.
Nice delivery by Kevin
Solid.
Barnick. Very
Yeah.
solid. You know what impresses me about the officials? How well they dress coming to and after the games.
You like the fact
And
that
I'm
they're
not a
usually,
stylish guy. I'm not like a big
suit and tie.
Yeah, or
usually.
whatever. They just look sharp. If they're,
Yeah, I mean the league wants them to
they look
official.
No, I think there's. I think they.
Then you have Monty McCutcheon used to take it to another level.
Yeah, Monty. Monty doesn't know if it's Brooks Brothers or Ringling Brothers.
Whoa! As we get a whistle here, as Sharp commits a foul away from the play. You know, we're on the air. I'm not sure if you know that.
Sorry.
You're scared to ask him a question.
No, I wouldn't ask him a game.
But you're not scared
that gets to him.
Some guy in the league office is in the car right now going,
I'm done.
You know, he just...
Oh, he's going to kill. No, they're laughing because they know his outfit.
Free throw is good, yeah.
They like he wears the bow tie with the tails.
No, you could joke around with Monty.
He can't call on me, though. I couldn't handle that kind of pressure. That was such a mistake right there.
Free throw good by Vucevic. He did it for the laugh.
I've been known to. That's going to be my last. It's going to be on my my retirement thing.
There's Traore.
He went for the laugh.
Around a high screen. Out of the left wing to Man for three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Hauser. Celtics a 16-point lead, largest of the game. Approaching 4 minutes to go in the third. Hauser on a drive with a scoop off the window, and it rolls in for Sam Hauser.
He doesn't take that many twos that time. He gave the little look like he might shoot it on the perimeter and just froze the defense.
Traore down the lane. Give it off for Sharp. A leaner in traffic is good. Snaps the 12-0 Celtic run. 94-78 Boston. 3:40 to go in the third.
Here's a lot of the energy guys, though, we saw in the first half that made a difference. Some of them. Sprinkling them in.
Brown looking to post up against Traore. They get it to him. 18 feet away in the left wing. Hooks it inside to a cutting Gonzalez, who lays it up and in.
Got to be alert on the weak side. Got to see the ball in the man. Obviously, Gonzalez got behind the head, the vision of Michael Porter Jr.
Traore made a man miss. Gets inside with a leaner. No good. And tipped ahead by Vucevic. Celtics control with an 18-point lead. Brown working right into Porter. Cut off. Back it up top. Vucevic runs into Sharp, but a foul on Dayron. Sharp called for his second personal.
We've only seen a few windows of good defense. That's the thing. The Nets haven't sustained their defensive energy and effort. We saw a window with the second unit in the second quarter for about 5 minutes where they're flying around. And then we saw after the timeout, when the Nets didn't get back in transition, the Nets come out, they go on an 8-0 run, they're digging in defensively, but you have to sustain it. The drop-offs are too great, and it's a little bit of everything.
Vucevic makes the free throw. He'll get another as the Celtics again setting their largest lead as Minot comes back into the game for Brooklyn.
Well, Minot and Zaire, see if the temperature changes right now. This is when the energy level changed in the first half with this group.
Free throw is good, and the lead goes to 20 now. 98-78 Boston. 3:03 to go, third quarter. Front court man. Give it up top for Wolf. Wolf working right of the lane, driving it inside. The layup no good, but he got fouled by Vucevic.
Good job by Danny Wolf. Showing the ability to get fouled a couple times on drives in this game. Playing pick and roll, right? I mean, he's a 6'11 guy, and him and Dayron Sharp playing a 4-5 pick and roll.
This was a 6-point game.
Yes.
And a quick 12-0 run by the Celtics as Wolf makes that free throw. 15-3 run right now in total since that 6-point lead. As Wolf's second free throw is good. 98-80. Celtics up. 2:50 to go. We're in the third quarter in Boston. Vucevic with Sharp reaching. Gives it up between the circles to Brown. Brown moving right. Trap finds Vucevic in the paint. He scores on a right hook.
Aggressive on the ball was Day'Ron Sharpe, so Vucevic went to that short roll area underneath the foul line, and he's owned it. He really fits it well.
Celtics a 100-80 lead. 2:20 to go in the third. Minot straight on three. The former Celtic had to hit the rim a couple of times. No good. Rebounded by Boston. That's 8 of 22 from behind the arc. Pritchard going the long way around a double team. Vucevic will work it outside. Deflected away by Mann. Stepped out of bounds as he tried to save it. It'll stay Celtic ball.
Vucevic is a hard guy to trap off of when he sets a screen, because if he gets the ball in the middle, he's very dangerous. He can score, pass, he can hit threes if he pops. Here it is. Day'Ron Sharpe's going to trap him. Yeah, now to switch it clean that time.
On to Pritchard, who moves it left for Gonzalez. And Mann, away from the play, throws Vucevic to the ground. And a foul on Terrence Mann.
And you can see how the Celtics just read the situation, right? They saw that time that there wasn't an aggressive, what they call, at the level, almost a trap by Day'Ron Sharpe. They just switched. So what did Vucevic do? He didn't go to the foul line area. He went immediately down to the post up Terrence Mann. You take what the defense gives you.
Mm-hmm. And read what the defense gives you.
Read. Yeah, read and react.
Vucevic free throw is good. So Charles Barkley was trying to explain about Karl Anthony Towns the other day.
Yeah, why wouldn't you just go down to the bottom?
Yeah, because his problem is he doesn't know when he should post and when he should shoot. You got a big guy on you, step out. You got a small guy on you, go down low.
Yeah, but the coach got to tell you.
Yeah. Oh.
That was a little awkward there. That was.
Charles isn't afraid to say what's on his mind. Here's Minot.
Shaq got it.
Corner three, and it's good. Well, no, Charles wasn't saying it to Karl Anthony Towns. He was analyzing the game at halftime.
Yeah, all right. Then
that you're talking about the interview at the end.
Yeah, that was awesome.
19-point lead. Brown working, flying through the lane, and a slam with the right hand. 25 for Jaylen Brown, and the Celtics take a 21-point lead, their largest of the game, with 1:26 to go. Mann on a high screen. Mann steps left, shoots a three, and it's off to the left, no good. Minot saves it in the corner, but he saved it right to Pritchard. Pritchard on the run for the Celtics. Leaves it behind Gonzalez, back to Pritchard. Pritchard working against Zaire Williams. Step back, foul line. Shot good for Pritchard.
How about that? The ability of a 6'1 player, 6'2, able to get into the paint and just create that type of separation.
Mann gives it up around the area right elbow for Sharpe. Spins, hands to Zaire Williams. Working in the paint, down the lane, avoiding contact. Missed the shot, rebounded by Brown. 36 seconds to go in the third. Brown, left wing three. It's good. Jaylen Brown with 28. And the Celtics exploding here in the third quarter. A 26-point lead. They have outscored the Nets 43-26 in the quarter. Sharpe at the top of the key. 8 to shoot. Driving it. Spinning in the lane. Blocked by Gonzalez. Brown's got it with 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Jaylen Brown against Minot. Drives him right in the lane. Kick it across. Gonzalez saves it. Over to Pritchard. Circling. Down the lane. Floater off the heel. No good as the third quarter comes to an end. But the Celtics dominate the third quarter, outscoring the Nets by 17 points. And they have a 109-83 lead, a 26-point lead, their largest of the night as we go to the fourth quarter in Boston on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is redefining the rehabilitation experience. Whatever your age or medical condition, Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center will be there to nurture your body, mind, and spirit. Their award-winning premier facility provides you with an unsurpassed level of care. Whether you need short-term or long-term care or 24-hour nursing services, Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is there to put you and your loved ones first. Call 718-636-1000 to schedule a tour today. That's 718-636-1000.
Gold prices are soaring, and silver is near an all-time high. If you want to get cash in your hands, then go to the Estates Roadshow. They're buying gold and silver, old rings, chains, even broken jewelry. The Estates Roadshow is happening Monday through Friday in Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn and Kenilworth at the Kenilworth Hotel, and Friday through Tuesday at TMT Cash for Gold locations in Old Bridge on Route 9 South or in Toms River on the corner of Route 37 and Hooper Avenue, just off the Garden State. More info, visit estatesroadshow.com.
Just thinking about how prices have gone up stresses me out. Everything's too expensive.
Yeah, but it's all good.
What's your deal?
What's my deal? I saved at Metro by T-Mobile with no activation fees. And I got 4 lines for just $25 each.
Wow.
And 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G. And no ID required.
Get that more for your money feeling. Only at Metro. Visit your store today. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
866-323-7529. 250 Pele, Saddlebrook. Diana Magala, licensed in New York and New Jersey. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Hey, this is Dayron Sharp, and you listen to Brooklyn Nets basketball on The Fan, 101.9 FM, and the free Odyssey app.
This was a 6-point game with 6:06 to go in the third quarter at 82-76. Celtics outscored the Nets 27-7. Over the last 6 minutes of that third quarter, take a 109-83 lead into the fourth. Chris Carino, Tim Capstraw back with you. TD Garden in Boston, Nets in black going right to left, Celtics in white. Man out of the right wing around an illegal screen by Dayron Sharp, his third personal.
Hasn't done that in a while. And I don't know, you know, we always say Terrence Mann's got to wait for that screen to be set. You got to be late, right? And but Dayron Sharp's done a much better job. He's improved dramatically with his ball screens, not using his hips.
Derek White in the front court gives it up for Vucevic with Shireman, Pritchard, and Gonzalez as well. Pritchard out top against Zaire Williams with a low crossover between the leg dribble. Moving right, cut off by Minot. Drives him right, past him to the rim, and he scores on a driving layup. Peyton Pritchard with 15.
You know, I told you, when I watch his ball handling drills that he used to do as a kid in his garage, I'm not surprised he can make that kind of move.
Now Gonzalez takes it away from Wolf, and it rolls to Pritchard. On the move in the front court. Just the 8th net turnover of the game. And Gonzalez in the lane, leaves it off for Pritchard. Pritchard finds Vucevic. Dotted line leaner is good for Vucevic. He's got 26 off the Celtic bench.
And again, it mixes perfectly with these guys, and I'm sure he appreciates a player like Pritchard that understands how to get him the ball.
Doesn't matter what uniform he's in. He loves playing against the Nets.
Yeah,
here's a man coming left on a high screen. Once had a career-high 41 points at the time in 2017 as a member of the Magic against the Nets. That pass goes awry, and the Nets turn it over again. 7 turnovers in the first 3 quarters, 2 here in the first minute and 16 seconds of the fourth.
I want to see Nolan Choyari continue to play well. I think he's looked good in this game.
The lead is up to 30, like that.
Looking for little victories right now.
Yeah. White moves it left for Pritchard. Whips it inside. Vucevic, great position on Minot. And a turnaround shot good for Vucevic. He's up to 28.
Again, we talked about it, the switching, and he goes right to the post.
Traore inbound to the front court. Straight on 3 for Traore. Rimmed out. Sharp the rebound. Put back no good. Got it back. Put it up. Blocked by Gonzalez. And controlled by the Celtics. Shireman. Front court. Hands to Pritchard. Out high on the right. Pritchard surveys the defense. Coming right. Cut off by Sharp. Reaching for it. Pritchard spins through 2 defenders. Dotted line fade away. Good from Peyton Pritchard. It's Peyton's place. He's got 17 and a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Nice.
9:50 to go in the fourth. 117 to 83 Celtics dominating the second half And we're back after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
Did you know you've got McDonald's in your pocket? No, not that ketchup packet you forgot about. I'm talking about the McDonald's mobile app. Yes, you're carrying around all your McDonald's favorites. And with the app, they're only a few taps away. Download the McDonald's app today to get free medium fries with a $2 minimum purchase when the Nets win on the road. And don't forget about that ketchup packet before Laundry Day. Offer valid limited time only through NetSeason participating McDonald's. Valid the day after the Nets win any away game. McDonald's app download and registration required.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
The Brooklyn Nets are proud to present today's small business partner, Protection Technologies, LLC. With over 40 years of expertise, Protection Technologies leads the way as a top-tier low-voltage security integrator, specializing in multifamily buildings, businesses, and critical infrastructure with cutting-edge surveillance, intrusion detection, access control, and smart technology solutions. The Brooklyn Nets small business partner, Protection Technologies, LLC. Nets fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience because nothing compares to catching your Nets in person. And all that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Nets and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you in the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles in person. From seeing your favorite Net stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Nets. See you courtside, Brooklyn.
Yo, this is Noah Kleine, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Brooklyn Nets app.
Celtics are 117-83 lead over Brooklyn, 34-point lead, their largest of the game with 9:50 to go here in the fourth quarter.
The shocking thing is that the Nets got it to, 6 halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah.
They were there. They had showed, after coming out sluggish out of the first few possessions.
Remember, that's 8 minutes ago.
That's 8 minutes ago.
It was 6. Now it's 34. It's crazy. Ben Surratt in the game now. And we're getting our first look at the newest Net on a 10-day contract. Grant Nelson. 6'11", 23-year-old out of University of Alabama. Played 2 seasons there after starting at North Dakota State. He's playing in the G League with Long Island, averaging about 13 points a game. 117-83. Down low, basket by Vucevic, went in and out, rebounded by Traore. It was 82-76.
Yeah.
8 minutes ago. Now it's 117-83. Surratt will back it out to Traore. Working left, kick to the left side. Williams breaking the arc, shoots a 3, and it's good for Zaire Williams.
Nice job by Traore, right? Attacking the paint, using his speed, kicking out. Every possession matters. He's played well. Zaire Williams with some good ball pressure on Derek White. Can't foul him, though. Don't get a cheap one.
White dribbling, runs into Nelson, trapping Zaire Williams, knocks it in the backcourt. White retrieves it with 7 to shoot. Runs into Williams, who flies backward, no call. White will shoot a 3, and it's good. 38-10 is the run right now for the Celtics over the last 9.5 minutes. Surratt for 3 straight on is good, Ben Surratt.
Good for him, man, having some opportunity to work on that shooting in the G League. How about the Celtics? 18 for 28 from 3. There's
Pritchard, another 3. It's good again for Peyton Pritchard. He's got 20 off the bench. 2 players with 20 or more off the bench. And him and Vucevic. Surratt will kick it back out top to Traore. With Williams, Nelson, and Minot. In the lane, Traore a floater, rimmed out, rebounded by Vucevic.
That's a shot he's got to get really consistent with.
Pritchard cut off in the lane. Pass on the wing to Shireman. He's going to attack. Nice ball fake with a reverse. No good, but a foul is committed by the Nets. It's Grant Nelson. And Baylor Shireman, he's got a little look like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
You know, something he actually referred to himself a little bit like Shaggy or something. He says, you know, people underestimate me. I look like a big goofy guy with shaggy hair. You see,
he's got the shaggy hair. He's got the little, you know, the chin music there, a little chin beard, like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
You know, and he was in a post-game interview, and he said, like, you know, I think I'm from a small town in Iowa, 1,100 or whatever. And so then everybody else, and then Derek White goes, well, I'm from a small town in Colorado. Everybody was from a small town. They're all making fun of him for, like, being a bit of whatever.
I could do Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, do a little bit.
Shaggy? That's the free throw is good.
That's that's a good impression.
That's all I could do.
You don't need more. That's a
Ruh-roh.
I'm going to start.
Down low. Sharaf out of the right wing for Wolf. Runs into White, spins into the paint. Denied at the rim by Luka Garza, who just checked in. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Brooklyn with 4 to shoot.
Anybody get any Tommy points tonight?
Jordan Walsh coming in for Vucevic. 28 off the bench. 2 Tommy points for Vooch. I'll tell you about the time I met Tommy Heinsohn.
Yeah.
Left side, Wolf for 3, in and out, no good.
I
Shineman with
know
the
you're
rebound.
going to tell me. Because
I was a kid, you know, doing a pregame. I was up in Boston. I see Tommy, ask him if I could interview him for the pregame show.
Yeah.
Sure, kid. Come back with me while I have a smoke. Garza working inside. Layup good, and a foul as Luka Garza will go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
You know, you think of Tommy Heinsohn, and we knew him as a coach, but you see the old Clay. He was one of the.
I knew him as a broadcaster.
Great player.
And a player, great player. Garza, who kind of lost his role when they acquired Vucevic, makes the free throw.
But he has developed into an interesting player because Garza really developed a three-point shot in the offseason.
But he's been out of the rotation since Vucevic came in. We get a stoppage here for a moment. 128 to 89 Celtics. 7:09 to go in the fourth quarter. Again, this was an 82-76 game midway through the third. So 11 minutes later, it went from 6 to 39. And the ball knocked away by Shireman. Goes into the backcourt, and Jalen Wilson, who's in the game, fouls him.
I was curious about Jalen Wilson's three-point shooting to see if it's gone. You know, it's hard to have it move up that much, but he's shot the ball very well lately. He's up to 37.374, which is really good for a guy, and I say it all the time, because he always comes in off the bench.
Inbound to Gonzalez, who lays it up and in. And the Celtics continue to pour it on. They lead by 41.
He's a very popular player, Ugo.
Wilson at the foul line, back to the basket. Stands on Shireman. Runner won't go. Tip won't go. Rebound deflects out of bounds. It'll stay with Brooklyn. Ugo Gonzalez was playing with the Madrid senior team when he was 16 years old in 2022. Inbound to Abaji. Works right down the lane. Dump ball for Nelson, who dunks it with 2 hands.
Nice look right there from both guys trying to show what they're about. Nice attack.
Cameron, we got a major out there. Major Nelson, and we've got a general in Barnaky. A major and a general.
Major Nelson from...
I Dream of Genie.
I Dream of Genie?
Going way back. Out of the right wing, Walsh. Kick it up top. Pritchard going to work left. Left to the lane. Pull-up shot. Good. For Peyton Pritchard, who's up to 22 points.
How many references have you made tonight? So you made Peyton's place.
I've lost track. I take it as a challenge.
No, it
Here's
is.
Nelson out of the right wing.
Got a lot going on in here.
A lot of TV shows that were around before I was even born. I used to love when you're a homesick or a snow day or something, and you'd get You'd be watching TV at home, and you get back when there were only like 7 channels.
Yeah, everybody watches the same
and you're
stuff.
watching reruns of things like I Dream of Jeannie and
It's great stuff.
the Munsters and I Love Lucy.
Where did the Munsters live? What was their address?
You got me on that one. Something through the lane. Saraf working his way all the rim, lays it up and in.
I think of it all the time when the score is 13-13.
Is it?
Mockingbird Lane.
Oh, all right. I get confused with the address you had of Claude, the dog that used to torment you up in Utica.
163 Westminster
Yeah,
Place.
I get those confused.
One blue eye, one gray. Great Dane.
5:40 to go in the fourth. 132-93 Celtics. Saraf played by Delano Banton, who's in the game. Nelson moves it right. Wolf, he'll shoot a 3. And it's good for Danny Wolf.
Starting to find that stroke again is Danny Wolf. Good to see.
Second 3, he's got 12. Banton, front court. Bounce to the left side to Ron Harper Jr. is in the game. Out of the right wing, Gonzalez missing on a 3. Grant Nelson with a rebound, and he got fouled by Banton. And that saw Dylan Harper last night. See Ron Harper Jr. today. 2 brothers. Sons of the former NBA star Ron Harper, of course.
Ron Harper Jr. has done a good job with his fitness level. He looks lean. He looks lean and sharp. He's making himself into a good NBA player. But the Celtics really like him.
The dad, of course, played 15 years in the NBA, won 5 titles, both with the Bulls and the Lakers. As Wolf missing on a driving layup. Celtics have it going the other way. Ron Harper Jr. Give it to Garza. Back to Harper. And a foul committed up top by Grant Nelson. And when I see Luka Garza, I know I've said this before,
Yeah,
but he
who's
looks
he look like?
Like Strap from Hoosiers.
Yeah. A lot like him.
Yeah. Inbound, Banton gets it in up top now for the Celtics. Harper to John Tanja. Right of the lane, he got fouled. With 4:34 remaining, 132-96 in a game that just about 15, I shouldn't say
shocking.
that, 13 game minutes ago was a 6-point game. 6-point game, 13 game minutes ago. Free throw is good by Tanja. The Celtics just went on a 12-0 run after the Nets cut it to 6 and then have just never looked back. Second free throw good. 134-96 Boston. 4:42 to go in the fourth quarter. Right of the lane to driving Saraf getting to the rim and lays it up and in.
Excellent job, Ben Saraf. He's made a 3 so far. That time the defense was sleeping. Thought they were going to just set a screen away. He blew by everybody.
Banton down the lane, blocked by Nelson. Put back by Garza, won't go. Goes out of bounds and stays with Boston.
The importance of these minutes for Ben Saraf. He wants to show what he's capable of. Feels like he's been, not talked about much.
Tanja.
Got Nelson out there with the opportunity.
Walsh, right wing 3, good for Jordan Walsh. Everybody getting in on the act. That's the 20th made 3 of the game in 31 attempts for the Celtics.
That's the thing. Think about the efficiency of this three-point shooting.
Nelson finds Wolf, leaner in the lane. Good for Wolf, 14 for Danny.
A couple bigs working together. Nelson with a nice feed into the paint. Wolf presented himself.
37-point lead for the Celtics. Banton had it knocked away. Saraf picks it up, lobs it ahead to Wolf with a 2-on-1. Driving it himself to the rim and lays it up and in. 16 off the bench for Wolf.
He has a tendency to be able to put up decent numbers.
Left side, Banton. Played by Nelson. Banton working left of the lane. Fall away. Good for Delano Banton.
The idea, 139 right now, right? I mean, that's defense.
Saraf give it up for Nelson. Working in the paint. Got swallowed up and fouled by Garza.
A good play by Ben Saraf. finding the angle to give Grant Nelson an advantage.
The Nets have given up 73 points here in the second half.
Yeah.
On the second of a back-to-back, outscored 73-45 in the half. Free throw good by Nelson.
Again, this is a slow-paced team. Both the Nets. So there aren't that many possessions in the game. The number that is ridiculous is the shooting percentage.
Free throw missed by Nelson.
And the three-point shooting. It's just overall shooting percentage.
I mean, overall, the Celtics are shooting 68.5%.
It's unbelievable. And then, 64.5 from three.
Banton slips through defenders, missed the shot, rebounded by Wilson. They're getting like NBA record territory. Abaji, left wing three, and it's good for Ochai Abaji.
Boy, he's shooting the ball a lot better since becoming a net. Good for him. Fresh start.
Well, we mentioned he was 9 for 61 this season prior to coming to the Nets, and he's now 10 for 18 as a net. Left side, Walsh a three, and it's good for Jordan Walsh. Everybody has been shooting the lights out for the Celtics, and they lead it 142-106 with 2:20 to go in the game.
Man, what a shooting display there. I know they're good at it, but this is next level.
Nets have given up the most points they've given up all year. Wolf hooks it to Saraf. Saraf back down on Harper, back it out. Wolf for three, airball, goes out of bounds. Timeout. 2:06 remaining in the fourth. Celtics 142, the Nets 106 on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
It's Dunkin's World, and you're living in it, which means breakfast is easy and costs $5 with Dunkin's $5 meal deal. You get 6 crispy hash browns, a wake-up wrap, and a medium hot or iced coffee, whatever your mood calls for. Bring your friend, your brother, your mother, your cousin, or just bring yourself, because at Dunkin', they make deals for everyone. Get Dunkin's $5 meal deal only at Dunkin'. No substitutions, participations and times may vary. Offer prices varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
When it comes to getting the guaranteed lowest price on Toyo tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. And when it comes to getting more free services for life than anywhere else on Toyo tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. So when you're in the market for a new set of Toyo tires, there's only one place to go, because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Absolutely nobody.
Name brands at discount prices, Town Fair Tire.
Hi, it's Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a very happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And while that's not an easy thing for me to achieve, my friends at CertaPro Painters had no such problems. Big jobs, small jobs, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
Hi, this is Danny Wolf. You're listening to the Brooklyn Nets on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and the Brooklyn Nets app.
So what I've been able to find, the highest field goal percentage in a game this season was the Bucks shot 64.7% in a win against Charlotte back in November. And all-time, the Spurs shot 70.7% in a game in 1983. The Nets have allowed 68%, which would be a little short of the all-time record, but the worst this season in terms of defensively.
I can tell you in 83 they didn't shoot this many threes, though. And they've made 20.
Well, that might have made the percentage higher. Yeah. Left side, Tonje 3, no good. Rebound loose, grabbed by Garza. 142-106 Celtics, and Harper knocks down another three. Straight on. They're 22 of 34 from behind the arc. That's 64.7%.
You are good. Amen.
It's all on the computer. Here's Surratt. Right corner to Wolf. He'll shoot a three. It's short. Rebounded by Tonje. Now Banson gets a seam going to the rim, and he got fouled. 1:27 to go. 145 to 106.
No, you don't want to see that 150 number. You know, that one scares you. You know, not scares you. It just jumps out at you. People see the scores.
Again, this was a
close.
6-point game midway through the third quarter. Free throw by Delano Banson is good. Toronto native who played a couple of years with the Raptors. Spent last year with both Portland and Boston. Makes the second. Surratt with Wilson, Grant Nelson, Wolf and Abaji for Brooklyn. Surratt crossover, drives it left, gets in the paint, leaves it off for Nelson. Nelson trap, back it out, right wing to Wolf. Gives rid of it to Wilson, straight on, a deep three. Off the heel, no good. Rebound, though, by Abaji. He'll back it out to Wolf, back to Abaji. Right wing three, and it's good again for Ochai Abaji. Continues to shoot it well as a net.
It's got good economical form, right? No wasted movements, repeatable.
And broad shoulders.
Yeah.
Harper out of the left wing. Give it a Banton up top. One-on-one against Nelson. Drives left of the lane and knocked loose by Nelson. Deflection goes to Garza, though. He gets swallowed up and he got fouled.
Good athletic recovery by Grant Nelson.
He's got the mustache, Grant Nelson. Looks like he could have been an astronaut from the 70s.
Major Nelson.
Yeah. He got the look of like a pilot. Free throw is short. No good from Garza.
What town was that show taking place in?
You know this answer? Or
Yeah, because I saw the sign and it reminded me of it. When we were
I don't know. What was it?
Cocoa Beach.
Oh, yeah. Garza's free throw is good. That's where Cape Canaveral was. Or is.
Yeah.
I once got a speeding ticket on A1A in Cocoa Beach. Here's Abaji. Foul line jumper good for Ochai Abaji.
Good for him. Every minute matters. He's looked good. Saraf has looked good in garbage time, too.
148 to 111. Celtics, 24 seconds to go, 14 to shoot. Nets would probably like to see if they can not let him get to 150.
Well, Celtics doing the right thing.
Yeah, they're going to dribble it out, and Jordi Fernandez goes over to Joe Mazzulla and shakes his hands well before the final buzzer here. Shot clock buzzer goes off with 8.9 to go. And their final shooting percentage will be 66.7%, which will be the highest shooting percentage by a team in the NBA this year, as the Celtics hang 148 points on the Nets, as the Nets lose their seventh in a row, 148 to 111, the final. Back after this on the Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM, and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
Nets fans, when decided to take a charter bus, there's only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel has the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been servicing New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 30 years. They offer premium customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate travel experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call them at 212-206-6974.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Did you know you've got McDonald's in your pocket? No, not that ketchup packet you forgot about. I'm talking about the McDonald's mobile app. Yes, you're carrying around all your McDonald's favorites. And with the app, they're only a few taps away.
Download the McDonald's app today to get free medium fries with a $2 minimum purchase when the Nets win on the road. And don't forget about that ketchup packet before Laundry Day. Offer valid limited time only through NetSeason at participating McDonald's. Valid the day after the Nets win any away game. McDonald's app download and registration required. Have you ever wondered what it's like beyond the seats at Barclays Center? Well, now's your chance to step into the action with Barclays Center Tours. Explore exclusive spaces, walk the same halls as the players, feel the buzz, and watch the team warm up next to the court. It's your all-access pass to the home of the Brooklyn Nets. So don't just watch the game, live it. Go behind the scenes and experience it the Brooklyn way. Book your tour today at barclayscenter.com/tours. Celtics a 148-111 victory over Brooklyn. Boston shot 71% in the second half of this game, 66.7% overall on their way to a 148-111 win. This is a 6-point game midway through the third, and then the Celtics just blew the doors open. We'll talk about it on the post-game show. We'll hear from Jordy Fernandez and get your comments and questions on X at BKNX Radio as we continue on The Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
Brooklyn Nets basketball has been presented by Barclays Bank, powering possible, and brought to you by Ticketmaster and by All-in-One, official medical billing services partner of Barclays Center and the Brooklyn Nets. Stay tuned for the Brooklyn Nets postgame show coming up next.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
penalty kick
From way downtown for a
beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Teller's, an American chop house, has spent more than 25 years defining excellence and has become a true Long Island institution. But have you experienced their Gold Bar, paying homage to the time-honored bars of years past? The Gold Bar is the perfect setting for a before-dinner cocktail or an after-dinner nightcap. Their whiskey, bourbon, and scotch collections are handcrafted and meticulously selected because Teller's takes their drinks just as seriously as their steaks. Teller's is more than a restaurant. It's an experience. Reserve today at tellerschophouse.com.
If you're tired of dealing with dummies every time you shop for a car, I get it. All the games they play, the back and forth, it's brutal. Well, the team over at Route 22 Toyota seem to have it figured out. There are real people who have made the entire process of buying a car simple and that's smart. Plus, they're easy to get to, right on Route 22 in Hillside, New Jersey, and they're always on the money with incredible deals on their huge selection of new and used Toyota. So remember, if you're tired of dealing with dummies, get over to Route 22 Toyota and experience the smart way to buy your next vehicle.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org. Did you know you can donate real estate, too?
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station. It's time for the Brooklyn Nets postgame show. Here's Chris Carino and Tim Capstraw.
The theme the last couple of games for the Nets was they gave up a huge number in the first half, over 70 points, each of the last two games coming into this one tonight. And then their defense really shored up in the second half of the game and got a lot better. And we thought maybe after they gave up, 66 in the first half tonight, we said, the defense has been better in the second half. It got worse. And the Celtics end up putting up 148 points on the Nets. And in the second half, the Celtics scored 43 in the third and 39 in the fourth. That's 82 points in the second half. They had a 71.7% field goal percentage in the second half, and they go on to beat the Nets by a score of 148 to 111. Most points the Nets have allowed this season. The 66.7% field goal percentage of the Celtics, that's an NBA season high. They led by as much as 41 in the game. They got 28 off the bench from Nikola Vucevic, 22 from Peyton Pritchard. And the Celtics, in their first game back from a West Coast trip, get their 39th win of the year now, 39-20 on the season.
What shocks me is how it happened, though, because the Nets got that wake-up call in the third quarter, and then halfway through the third quarter, they cut it to 6. They were playing with a live energy, and I had, boy, what an explosion to finish this game, or to finish the last 6 minutes of the third quarter and then deep into the fourth. It was just an explosion of just, making every shot, Jaylen Brown was everything, everywhere, and then supported by 3-point shots. You had Vucevic getting whatever he needed. They had 38 assists on the night. That was the shocker was that I thought it was going to be a ball game. And midway through the third quarter, I said, that's a good wake-up call. They're gonna compete, and this thing was gone early. I mean, and really gone quickly after the midway point of the third quarter.
I mean, after it got to 6, they're outscored 66-35 the rest of the game. So that's a big number right there.
So 66 points in 18 minutes of play.
Yes. Right, it was 82-76 at that point, and they end up with 48, 148. So it's 66 points over the last 18 minutes of the game. Extrapolate that over 48.
No, I can't.
Get your number 2 pencil out.
I need
start working with fractions. Jordy Fernandez is at the podium. Let's hear what he has to say after this.
It was a 6-point game in that third quarter. During that stretch where the Celtics went on that, I think it was a 27-7 run, just what happened during that moment and how did this one get away?
Yeah, it was a complete unquit when you lose by almost 40 points and they score 82 points in one half of basketball. Obviously, give them credit because they're a very good team, but we can be better than this. I mean, and I know it. I believe in trusting our guys. When we have people on our team is because we believe in them. And I don't know if they believe in how hard they can play. But my job is to show up and make them understand that we can play harder.
With some of the looks that they got, especially from behind the arc, you knew going into this team could put up a lot of threes. But when so many guys could get it going like that, rhythm-wise, what could have been done differently? Yeah, no, better technique, better knowing who the personnel is, and obviously we were not good enough. When you shoot 49% from the field, 40 from 3, and you turn over 11 times, you should be able to give yourself a chance or fight. And it was like a really, really poor defensive game, probably the worst of the season. And I know we've shown better. So there's something for me to fight for. You mentioned going in that to have some high standards when you have games like this, teaching moments, especially with a lot of the guys, younger guys coming in. What do you want them to take away from a matchup like this, going up against a team that can play very physical, and it has been one of those top teams in the conference? Yeah, the teaching is not what, it's how, and how you present yourself and how you compete. And, it was not good enough by our standards. Thanks.
All right, that is Jordy Fernandez. This game a little reminiscent of the game back on March 3rd of 2023, which I want to say was the game that led to the firing of Jacques Vaughn. Wow. Nets were beaten by 43. That was the biggest margin of victory in the series all time between the Nets and the Celtics, a matchup that is the longest, it's the most games the Nets have played against any other opponent in their histories against the Celtics. Tonight they lose by 37. They were down by as much as 41. But I remember that blowout game a few years ago. Jordy Short to the point as the Nets lose 148-111. We'll check your comments if we dare on Twitter at BKNets Radio. We come back right after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Brooklyn, how you feeling? Don't get benched by illness or injury. Book at-home urgent care at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand is in-network with major insurance plans, bringing you the same high-quality medical care as a walk-in clinic at about the same cost. When your home team needs an assist, book an on-demand house call at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand, urgent care reinvented. This message is sponsored by Ambulance by DocGo, the official ambulance service of the Brooklyn Nets, New York Liberty, and Barclays Center.
So, should we split the bill?
But math is the worst.
Not all math, because with New York Lottery's extra multiplier scratch-off games, you can multiply your winnings up to 200 times.
Wait, multiply my winnings?
Yeah, you take your winnings, then multiply those winnings up to 200 times.
So all of my winnings times 200?
Yeah, that.
Oh, I've always said math's the best.
Play for chances to multiply your winnings 30, 50, up to 200 times. Prizes up to $5 million. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Have you ever wondered what it's like beyond the seats at Barclays Center? Well, now's your chance to step into the action with Barclays Center Tours. Explore exclusive spaces, walk the same halls as the players, feel the buzz, and watch the team warm up next to the court. It's your all-access pass to the home of the Brooklyn Nets. So don't just watch the game, live it. Go behind the scenes and experience it the Brooklyn way. Book your tour today at barclayscenter.com/tours. Zaire Williams working to the paint, down the lane, avoiding contact, missed the shot, rebounded by Brown. 36 seconds to go in the third. Brown, left wing three. It's good. Jaylen Brown with 28. And the Celtics exploding here in the third quarter. A 26-point lead. And they go on to win it 148-111. Jaylen Brown had 28. I misspoke before we went to break. I knew I remembered the Nets getting blown out in Boston, and then that led to the Jacques Vaughn firing. That was actually a worse loss than I said 43 before. That was back on February 14th of 2024. Nets were beaten 136-86. That was a 50-point loss. And that led to the firing the next day of Jacques Vaughn. I'm not in any way trying to draw any kind of a corollary between that. I'm just recalling other games where the Nets were blown out in Boston. That's not what I'm getting at all. Jordy Fernandez is not going to be fired, nor should he be fired. I mean, he is absolutely one of the great things that this organization has going for it right now. We're going to take your comments and questions on Twitter at BKNets Radio. And John Strump, we knew John was going to be happy with this one.
Good.
Hard to be enthusiastic of these non-competitive games. Looking forward to the next group of Nets. This game has me hostile. I get it. I get it. This was ends up being an embarrassing game. But, again, it was a 6-point game midway through the third quarter. But let's go some other, because John was texting, was tweeting at us earlier.
Yeah.
We know the game has made him kind of angry.
Yeah.
But call him the Heinz Five because they're always playing catch-up. No, he also says, happy birthday, Sweet 16, another Neil Sedaka song.
Oh, he must have been fired up when we were talking Neil Sedaka. He's got a nugget.
Yeah, here's another guy. During my horse career, I once sold Barbra Streisand's brother's first horse. He couldn't sing, but then again, she couldn't ride.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man.
He's got a bunch.
I love John. Thank you, John, for checking in. Speed Demon at BKNS Radio. I hit the train feeling like we had a chance. Though the back-to-back, United we stand, United we ball. Next game we'll stack. Hashtag Brooklyn together. Speed Demon is like he's always the antithesis of John. We love both. we love John's humor, and we love Speed Demon's positivity.
Yes, we do.
John's ready to punch a mule in the head. I'm not sure what that means.
It's just something.
Is that like remember Blazing Saddles?
Saddles when he wiped him out, right?
That was
Cleavon Little or whatever. Remember?
Yeah, but who was the
football player?
The football player, the guy who had his own TV show. Oh man,
Hallis.
Yeah.
What is this?
Not George Hallis.
Yeah. No.
No, George Hallis is the owner of the Bears.
The owner of the Bears.
Oh,
Alex
Karros.
Alex
Karros. That's it.
Alex Karros.
Alex Karros. Remember, he punches out.
Karras.
Yeah. He had a TV show.
Yeah.
And then he punches the horse in
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles. I'm sure no actual horse was injured in the making of the film. No. They always put that at the end of the movie, right? That everything was done ethically.
Yeah, I didn't know that. You teach me something every night.
Yeah,
I'll go with that.
Well, or else anytime you have these like animals, falling down or something in a movie, you think they're getting abused, but they're not. Supposedly, it's I guess somebody that works with these animals, or they'd use effects and make sure that none of the animals get injured.
Do the animals have? No, I don't even want to get into it.
No, they're unionized. Is that?
No. I state basketball. I got to state basketball. I'll get in trouble.
Spencer, checking in with us. Takeaways. Celtics hit their first 6 threes and hit a lot more thereafter. 43 in the third. Bad on many levels. Gilman, another slow start, getting points.
Yeah. Here's a question to you. You know how they I see this because you read the different social media things and that different guys talking about it and writing stuff. Do you think Gilman should go back to playing at the point some so he gets more touches and works that again? Is Traore at the point, and he's played well. I think he's done a good job. Even tonight, I thought Traore was good. Does Gilman need to, be the backup point some or something like that? Or do you keep with those guys together so he can continue to work on those skills, or maybe see kids maybe some different looks?
Well, I guess the question would be, what do you see him as in the future?
I see him a little bit more. Well, modern NBA, I think a lot of guys initiate offense. He could play both positions. But I think as we saw early on that he looked more like a wing player than he did a point guard. But he's not getting enough. He's not getting enough looks. He's not getting. When he gets it, I'm with you. I know what you're thinking. He may attack more. You might not beat people, but get to spots and use that little separation. A little get in your shoulder into them, and you use your 6'9" frame to shoot those 8-10 footers over people.
Well, I mean, what I'm thinking is like if you're planning, if you want to. If you're trying to look into the future and see what you have, and you're going, all right, if Nolan Traore is our point guard going forward, and he's our main ball handler point guard, we have to see if they can develop a chemistry together, playing together. If not, Gilman's going to be a bench guy coming off the bench playing 18 minutes a night at point guard.
Well, that's it. I mean, everybody thinks you're looking on the offensive side to watch these guys and evaluate them. It's a lot of it is the defensive side of having 19-year-olds on the floor. And then, Noah Clowney is a young player too. Michael Porter Jr. not known for, because, Claxton is known for parts of his defensive game being strong. We saw windows of this net team, though, playing better. And we saw the reserves in the first half with high energy scrambling around. We saw the starters in the second half. They've got to do it for longer than 3 minutes at a time, though. 3, 4, and after a timeout, after Jordi Fernandez has to get after him. They've got to get a focus to this, or, I just think they got the effort and intensity is not where it is right now. These guys are beat up a little bit with the losing. You can tell.
Yeah, it's taken its toll. I mean, you got to go back to what you saw early in the year from Gilman. I think it's hard to judge him at this point in the year this is a time where a lot of rookies go through this. I mean, these guys have played a lot of basketball, more than they've ever played in their lives. He played right through the All-Star break, going out to the Rising Stars game as well. And I think you're seeing him go through a tough patch right now. He's not a big, strong guy. He's going to get bigger and stronger. He's 19 years old. He's probably wearing down a little bit. I don't know. Early in the year, the beginning of the year, people had that because I think he was coming off the foot injury. I don't think he had explosiveness. And now I almost look at the playmaking ability that he has, the vision that he has is almost like, well, that's going to be useful for a guy who's a wing player who's going to eventually make some plays, but he's not a pure like point guard. He's got to learn how to play with a guy like Nolan Traore, or he's going to have to, like they did the other night, stagger him, take him out early, bring him back with the second unit, let him maybe be the point guard for that group with like Zaire and Mann and Sharp who get after you.
I don't disagree. A little of that, but even if he's on the wing, I'd like to see a few more sets put in where he's coming off screens and getting some looks that get an advantage off a screen so he can get in the paint. Everybody's talking about him like, okay, he can't blow by people and do this or that, but maybe you get in position where you're getting good screens set for you. You're coming off the screen. You might be able to shoot the ball off the screen. If they're trailing you, you might be able to put it on the deck and attack. I think he just spends a lot of possessions going up and down the floor, and it's like he's a spectator out there, and he doesn't get that many clean touches. And think about the scouting report. Early in the year, he got a lot of shots because people didn't know who he was. But going into these games, they're saying, stay attached to him. Don't let him change the game. So I think there's a couple things like that I'd like to see also.
And also, was he, when you look back and you go at when he was at his best this year, and he was maybe initiating the offense a little bit more, is that before Traore came in?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, the ball could. Yeah, it was different. The December months early on, it's just a different group out there. But again, the development of Traore has been. I thought he was very good getting where he needed to be tonight, and he's going to get more consistent with this. Both these guys, we got to be fair to them. They're 19 years old, and they're going to have ups and downs, and I think they've got something with Traore. I really do, and I think. Dillman is going to be. He's going to look. These guys are going to look a lot different to you in the next couple of years. Dillman's
team that was getting beat up a little bit, but hanging in there, still trading punches, still protecting themselves until the late rounds, and then a flurry of punches late by the Celtics, and it was a knockout. 148-111, the victory for Boston. Jaylen Brown had 28 for Vucevic off the bench, 22 for Pritchard off the bench. We'll come back and wrap things up on the postgame right after this on the Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM, and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
What if you could feel every pass, every shot, every moment of the game? One Court devices help fans who are blind or low vision follow live NBA action through trackable vibrations and audio commentary. Ticketmaster has teamed up with One Court to provide devices at Brooklyn Nets games at Barclays Center. When you're coming to the game, devices can be found at Guest Services, located just outside Section 12 on the main concourse.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Nets fans, when decided to take a charter bus, there's only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel has the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been servicing New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 30 years. They offer premium customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate travel experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call them at 212-206-6974. The Brooklyn Nets are proud to present today's small business partner, Protection Technologies, LLC. With over 40 years of expertise, Protection Technologies leads the way as a top-tier low-voltage security integrator, specializing in multifamily buildings, businesses, and critical infrastructure with cutting-edge surveillance, intrusion detection, access control, and smart technology solutions. The Brooklyn Nets small business partner, Protection Technologies, LLC.
So the Boston Celtics beat the Nets 148-111. I want to thank the great Paul Rosenberg. Rosie, he is out of the storm, and he is back in the studio, the glue that holds WFAN together. He's the glue guy, Ken.
Yeah, and I love his reports. His weather reports.
Oh, during the blizzard, outstanding out there in the snow, like a weatherman. It was like, you don't see Sam Champion doing that stuff.
Not anymore. He's big time.
Years ago. Maybe Ginger Z is out there, but not those guys,
Who's the one guy on the Weather Channel that was amazing?
I know who you're talking
Jim
about.
Cantori. Or somebody like that. A couple of those Weather Channel guys.
If I know Rosie, that's a hero of his.
I bet.
Yeah, maybe. It is. He just answered this. Thank you. Thanks to Mike Infantino. Hoff's coming up. Pete Hoffman. He may be aware that Devin Williams allowed a home run on his first pitch as a Met. Sure, that might come up today. Yeah. It happened.
You are bad.
There's a little, I hate to make maybe a little Ben Simmons comparison to relievers a lot of times. Sometimes when you lose it, you just lose it. And the Mets are responsible because Pete Alonso with that home run off him, he's never been the same. There you go. That's what I'll leave you with before we get to Pete Hoffman.
Are you taking calls now?
No, we'll do that Sunday.
All right.
Do that Sunday.
Okay.
148-111. Celtics beat the Nets. For the capper, Tim Capstraw, I'm Chris Carino saying so long on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
No matter the season, New York sports never stop. Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets. If it's happening, we're talking about it. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Sports Radio 101.9 FM, The Fan, WFAN.
It's the Pete Hoffman Show on WFAN.
I didn't like you, I had nothing to say. Because you're right, Devin Williams gave up a home run. But I'm not going to get into Devin Williams just yet. I'm not going to get into the Mets just yet. We're going to get into Aaron Glenn and the New York Jets and how the conversation about the quarterback has finally reared its ugly head. And what should the Jets do? What do the Jets do with number 2? That is we need to get T-shirts made. What do the Jets do with number 2? That's what we need. And I'm telling you right now that you know my stance. Everyone always says you can't get running backs in the first round. There's no point of it. I am just as strong with don't go for a quarterback. And I know that Mendoza is most likely going to be drafted first overall. We can expect that. That makes the most amount of sense. But if there's any other quarterback that is available at 2, if it's Ty Simpson, whoever it's going to be a mistake. It's going to not work out because A, it's the Jets, and B, we know this is all a facade. Every single year with the NFL draft and the NFL combine, we see the same nonsense. Who's the number 1? Who's the, clear backup? But then all of a sudden we start to hear rumors. We've heard rumors in the past. Zach Wilson starts to climb up. You're going to hear all these rumors over the next few days, next few weeks, up into the draft that the Jets need a quarterback and that the obvious pick for them is going to be X player. Well, guess what? I'm done with the X players. I'm done with those X, the second pick overall. I'm done with all that. You want to know why? They don't work. They fail. And why not do something that actually helps your team? Build around the defense, which they made. They made a good trade for Sweat the other day for Jermaine Johnson. And then start to build your team. And then when the day comes that you have a no-brainer quarterback pick, the team is already set. This team is not good. Honestly, if you look up and down this Jets roster, they are just not talented enough. I know they're building, but I don't think at this point in time on February 28th or almost February 28th that the Jets are miraculously a great team and that a quarterback is just going to turn everything around. They're not that good. They are just not. So the conversation can stop right there about drafting a quarterback. Now, what I would do, conversation that makes more sense to me, you want to bring in a rookie quarterback, or not a rookie quarterback, but you want to bring in a quarterback that is a veteran quarterback that maybe has one last run in him. Okay, fine. You want to bring in, you could draft a quarterback later on. I'm okay with that too. Russell Wilson worked out. Remember that? You remember this guy? I think his name is Brock Purdy, the Mr. Irrelevant. That worked out. Tom Brady worked out. There's other places to find quarterbacks. They don't have to be in the first round of a draft. Okay? So again, like I said, anybody that's like, oh, can't go running back, can't go quarterback. I know that's clear. It makes so much sense because if you get the quarterback, it solves everything. But I'm pretty sure there's a team that's very competitive with the Jets for being an awful franchise on a regular. And I think they have 57,000 quarterbacks over the past 5 decades, the Cleveland Browns. They are a terribly run franchise, and they continue to, even when they get a quarterback. Kind of almost like Sam Darnold with the Jets. They had Baker Mayfield, and he did better when he left the Browns. He was a competent quarterback with the Browns, but went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and was better. So why are you going out and drafting a quarterback? Because everyone says that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, if your team is a quarterback away, the Jets are not a quarterback away. Now, I have an idea for a quarterback that I think it's too easy. It's way too easy. And again, you could still draft a quarterback later on at some point in time. That's fine. I'm not going to be opposed to the Jets getting a mid-tier quarterback and being, oh my God, I can't believe they wasted it on that. And I'm not opposed to having a Kirk Cousins on this franchise. The guy that needs to be the next Jets quarterback, to be on the roster, even if it's a backup to Kirk Cousins, it's easy. It's Tommy DeVito. How has anybody not thought about that? Tommy DeVito was with a New England Patriot team that went to the Super Bowl this year. We've seen him in New York handle New York fine. New York loves him. He loves New York. Why not bring the kid in? Give him a year. What is the worst that happens with Tommy DeVito as your quarterback? You're still building up a team. You're still trying to work a team. You're still trying to add pieces with Garrett Wilson, with Breece Hall, whether or not they franchise tag him or just give him a contract. They're still trying to build a team. Tommy DeVito, as a one-year experiment, that is gravy to me. You keep on hearing about all of these backup quarterbacks that the Jets should be on. Well, who would give up their backup quarterback? What teams are going to give up their backup quarterback? Well, Tommy DeVito was a third-string quarterback. I mean, basically, he was a practice squad all season long, but that's the guy who was here. He knows New York. It's not going to go over his head. He started a bunch of games for the Giants a few years ago. When they actually allowed him to throw the ball, he threw it kind of good. He's got one of the most talented wide receivers in the game in Garrett Wilson. If the offense is as good as you can, with the new coordinator, is going to be better from last year, you would think that Tommy DeVito could actually figure out how to play. And what's the worst that happens? If he doesn't, you're in the same position again anyway. You draft high. You're in this no man's land right now. The one thing you don't want to be as a Jet is a franchise that goes back to 6 and 7 wins but has no identity. So I don't think they're good enough anyway to get to 6, 7 wins. They opened the books up and over-unders came out, and even Vegas doesn't think they're good for 6 or 7 wins. I don't think a quarterback being drafted on this team is going to change that. So, at the very least, have some fun. Give the fans something to have fun with. Tommy DeVito was a blast with the Giants. You bring in Kirk Cousins as the veteran. You bring Tommy DeVito in as the younger, give the guy a chance type of quarterback, and have some fun. And what's the worst that happens? You're in the same spot. You're in the same exact spot. And you get to do it again next year. And guess what? If you are a terrible franchise again and you're a terrible team again, maybe you actually get the first overall pick. Maybe you actually get to go draft Arch Manning. And I know you have a ton of draft picks this year, so you can take shots at whatever you want or whatever you think you want. But on the other hand, too, why not go out and build this team from the ground up. Don't swing and miss at a quarterback. It's not worth it. I don't understand why people love to do that. And again, I don't trust the head coach. I know that he didn't get a bad grade, which the grade system in football is so stupid, but I'm not listen, I don't trust Aaron Glenn at all. I think that Frank Reich is going to be eventually taking over this team at some point in time, whether he likes it or not. I mean, I don't even know if he has that in his blood to take over. If he has it in his bones to be like, yeah, I'll take one more shot. I'll take a coaching job one more time. I don't think he cares. But the point is, I know he can do it. He's done it in the past. And whether it's, about being leader of men, Aaron Glenn's message, whether you're a Jet fan or not, it didn't really carry last year. He backfired a lot. He got feisty with the media. Didn't work. Well, that message may have to change. And I think that the message is, don't draft a quarterback. Let this team build the way that Muji thinks it's going to be. If we all think Darren Muji's this brilliant man, again, trading away Jermaine Johnson for Sweat, which is a good move. By the way, if anybody's, watching the Bounty Bowl, Jermaine Johnson almost got traded during the midseason, during the trade time period during the season to San Francisco. Why? Because Robert Saleh's there. Robert Saleh likes Jermaine Johnson. Well, where'd he go to? He went to Tennessee. So clearly Robert Saleh likes Jermaine Johnson. He wasn't a fit here with the Jets. And that's okay. But let's see what Muji's going to build. This is almost like the Joe Schoen thing. Joe Schoen's still here with the Giants. Brian Dable's gone. But he's still here because he's building this team. Well, let's see what Darren Muji's building. I don't really believe in the coach. And with that said, if I don't believe in the coach, does it really make a difference who the quarterback is? Because you're just going to fail the young man. And we do not want that. 888-808-1019. It's Pete Hoffman with you on the fan. You can always hit me up at Hoff WFAN. My goal, bring in the vet Kirk Cousins. If you want to draft someone from the third, fourth round, give someone an opportunity. If say you got an eye on somebody, that's fine. Do not waste the first 3 rounds worth of picks on a quarterback that you're not sure about. It's not worth it. I don't want to take experiments. I don't want to take a Hail Mary. I want the short thing. And I'm sorry, I've seen too many quarterbacks not be the short thing, especially for the New York Jets. It's not worth it. 888-808-1019. You can always follow me at Hoff WFAN on social media. And if you miss anything at all, just go download the Odyssey app and you can hit the rewind button and all that good stuff. Let's open the phones. Again, 888-808-1019. Get me Kirk Cousins. Get me Tommy DeVito. Those are the 2 quarterbacks I want at the helm for the Jets in 2026. Let's go to Kyle in West Orange. What's up, Kyle?
What's up, Hoff? Hey, man. Absolutely, I am on board with what you say 100%. I'm not. I just don't feel comfortable with a first round draft pick quarterback coming in and then getting destroyed. I'm on agreement with you. Go get the veteran quarterback and build up around you. Build your O-line if it needs to be done. Make something solid. Build your defense. You're getting Sweat. That's a good pick. That's a good one. That's a good move.
Yeah.
Build a defensive team like like the Ravens did. The Ravens went to a Super Bowl, and I bet people don't even know who the quarterback was when they first went to the Super Bowl and beat the Giants, right?
Well, I mean, I do because I was there, but yeah.
You do, but the average person doesn't, right?
Right.
The average person doesn't know. Even I forgot. But build up the team. You just made it. The evidence, you're like a lawyer. Yes, you proved it. Look, we didn't even know who Tom Brady was, right, before the talk. We didn't know him. And look at look, Brock Purdy. Are you serious? And look at what has happened. You can have a quarterback around a good system that he can develop, that he can grow, and you got a good defensive package. I think it's a little bit more easier to go out and build a defense than it is an offense. Do you think? I think it is, because the defense, good defense can score and stop. I agree. And change. Go back to the old white Jets, which I love. I love the old white name it year. You look good. You feel good. You're gonna play good. That's what
Right.
Deion Sanders used to say. But what I'm saying is that I agree. Build something like that. Build a good defense.
The whole thing, like you said, building a defense. It's not just about like stopping you and you could score and all that stuff. Sure, like the Seahawks did exactly that. We saw a team that was just unbelievable defensively, just completely, turn the Patriots upside down. It was so non-competitive. It was disgusting. It was an easy win. It was an easy win for the Seattle Seahawks. And here's the thing: is you can build that easier being right, and you don't have to click on all cylinders. You just need players. You need talent. That's what it comes down to, and that's what you can get out of the draft.
And go get DeVito. I didn't even know he he could be available.
Yeah, he's on the practice squad. If you want to get him and elevate him and put him on an actual team, go for it. I mean, listen, practice squad players are basically free agents. I don't know what DeVito's contract is, if he really even signed a major contract, but practice squad players are basically free agents. So every year they can go back into the pool. Let's see, where is he?
Right, you can. Don't go get a running back. You could have got Sony. You don't have to do that. There are good running backs in the third or fourth round. I agree. Build up the defense. Get the O-line going. Get certain players that you can fit in there that are solid players that make a difference. And then a veteran, and then another. Tommy DeVito's perfect.
Yeah.
When I heard it,
Kyle, let's do it.
I agree.
Tommy DeVito.
I agree.
Let's
I agree.
Go.
Tommy, what's his name? Cold Cuts?
Tommy Cutlets. Tommy Cutlets.
Tommy Cutlets.
Let's
Tommy
go.
Cutlets.
Let's
go.
And
Let's
Kyle,
do it.
Would it be crazy too? Bring back Mike White. Screw it. Screw everything. Bring back Mike White. Bring in Tommy DeVito. Let's have ourselves a little shootout between these two guys. Mike White got a raw deal here in New York with the Jets. Let's just have some fun. Let's have fun with the quarterbacks that we're watching. Let's not go out there and want to put like a fork through our eye. Let's not go out there and yell and scream and have fights with ourselves about like, do I really even want to watch this team right now? Let's have fun. I don't want to be in a stressed year next year with a quarterback, because with a young kid, I'm going to be sitting there and screaming and being like, oh my goodness, is this what we have to watch right now? He's getting killed out there. I don't want to have to deal with that. I want a fun season. We know that the Jets are not winning anything in 2026. We know that. There's no magical like, oh, look what I just found. I found the pot of gold. We're now lucky. Everything has changed. It's not. There's nothing like that happening with this New York Jets team that's just going to turn around. They're going to turn into the New England Patriots and get to the Super Bowl in 2026. It's not happening. The reason why the Patriots changed completely, they fired their coach. They brought in Mike Vrabel. They did so many different things that made that team better. They were bad last year and then went to the Super Bowl because of the head coach. The head coach was terrible last year with the Jets. They had an opportunity to fire Glenn and bring in somebody else instead. They could have brought in anybody. I mean, there was just a phenomenal list of available head coaches for the New York Jets at their taking. And they said, you know what? Aaron Glenn is better than all of them. What? Why am I going to sit there next year and go, what are they going to do? Is there a real opportunity? Do they have a chance? Let me see them go and get Fernando Mendoza. Hopefully, maybe they trip to the Raiders with the Raiders and get the first overall pick and get Mendoza. And then we have our quarterback for the future. Why? Why do that to ourselves? That is dumb. Not next year. Not next year. I'm not doing that. We've had too many years with the Aaron Rodgers, cross your fingers, with the Justin Fields, cross your fingers. The fingers are uncrossed. They're tired of being crossed. Let's go have some fun. What's the worst thing that happens? Kirk Cousins, he plays good. Tommy DeVito gives you a couple wins. Whatever. It'll be fun. We got to do the thing with the hands in the crowd at MetLife. Tommy DeVito throws a touchdown. Let's go. 888-808-1019. Mike in Long Valley. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, I couldn't agree with you more. We need to pick defense, a wide receiver. If we're going to look at a quarterback, I would say let's look in like the 6th round at someone like Drew Aller.
Yeah,
who once
I know.
upon a time,
Everyone's talking about Drew Aller now. But that's the thing is, Mike, I'm okay with that. If you're saying the 6th round for Drew Aller, I'm like, all right, you piqued my interest. If you're saying Drew Aller 1st round, I'm telling you to take a hike.
No, absolutely. I wouldn't take him in the top 4 rounds, 5 rounds. But if he's there, he once upon a time was a real legit prospect quarterback. And who knows? But you store him on the bench, and you know you're not going to play him this year, but you have somebody there. Again, 6th round, 7th round. If anybody talks about taking a quarterback in the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd round, they're out of their minds with this team. Yeah. We need to build the defense. You know, like I said, I think we could pick up a wide receiver in either the 2nd or the 3rd round on top of that. And I agree. I think we bring in some DeVito, bring in Cousins, you know, and Jet fans don't look. We're so used to disappointment. We're so used to pain. You know, what's one more year? You know, really?
But you know,
is it really going to make a big difference?
Let me ask you a question though. If you know what you're getting involved in, is it painful? No. You've actually eliminated the pain. If you know, hey, we're not drafting a top-end quarterback, so that off the bat is a relief, right? We don't have to worry about, is this going to be the guy? I don't care. I know it's not going to be. But you take away that sting of it, you just go out and enjoy a season. You go watch football every single day. Maybe you turn the Jets on, it's going to be a casual watch. And then if something good happens, then you're like, holy, this is fun. But it's not going to be serious. It's not going to be you stressing with every single drive, and whether it's putting all the pressure on Aaron Glenn and all that stuff, it's just thrown to the side. It's a more pleasurable season.
I totally agree. Like I said, at this point, we got to play for not next year, but the year after. That's our only hope.
That's it, Mike. Thank you so much for the phone call, and that's it. I mean, this is it. This is the goal. It's don't draft. Whatever you do in the 1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round, don't draft a quarterback. That is the Jets' memo. What do you do at 2? Not a quarterback. 888-808-1019. We'll get back into your Jet phone calls. We'll talk some more Giants if you want to as well. But obviously, we'll get into spring training and Devin Williams. I know everyone wants to hear about, what do I feel about Devin Williams? Well, I'll tell you what I said last year about Devin Williams. That's coming up at 11. 888-808-1019. It's Hoff, Pete Hoffman with you on the Fan till 4 a.m. You can always hit me up at Hoff, WFAN.
We're getting ready for another season of Yankees and Mets baseball on WFAN.
Going on deep drive right field, hit hard, and is screaming out of here.
We've got all the bases covered with breaking news, analysis, and good old-fashioned New York sports talk on The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Basketball is in full swing, and now you can trade the game in all 50 states on Kalshi. Don't miss your shot on the hardwood. 2 primetime showdowns tonight as Cleveland travels to Detroit and Denver looks to upset OKC. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the odds change, you can buy in and out of your position. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 100. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
It's draft prep season, which is why you need to listen to Fantasy Baseball Today, part of the CBS Sports Podcast Network. Join Scott White, Chris Towers, and me, Frank Stample, as we preview each position, do live mock drafts, and give you everything you need to dominate your leagues. Throughout the month of February, we'll have a podcast in your feed every Monday through Friday, and in March, that goes up to every Monday through Saturday. Follow and listen to Fantasy Baseball Today on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
Hey friends, I'm Sharon McMahon, host of The Preamble. Listen, I know you're dealing with a lot, and it's even harder to do it when the world around you feels chaotic. But I'm here to help. Each week, my expert guests and I slow things down to talk about the stories shaping our world, what's really happening behind the headlines, why it matters, how it all connects, and if you're ready for real understanding and maybe even a little bit of hope, follow and listen to The Preamble wherever you get your podcasts.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment, a pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Ready to ramp up the excitement, golf fans? BetMGM is making your next golf tournament winner bets even better with Second Chance. What's Second Chance? Ever bet on your favorite golfer to win a tournament only to see them miss the green? Well, with BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back in cash if your tournament winner bet finishes in second instead. That's right. Simply bet on any player to win a scheduled golf tournament during a promotional week. If you're right, you win. But if your pick finishes in second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Watch your favorite players go for the win all season long and bet knowing you'll take your stake back if they finish second. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds.
Hi, I'm Katie Ring, and welcome to Crime House 24/7. Throughout the day, we bring you up-to-the-minute crime coverage as stories break, with daytime episodes hosted by Vanessa Richardson, keeping you informed on the cases unfolding right now. And at night, I take you deeper with Night Watch episodes, examining the facts, the evidence, the people at the center of today's biggest cases. New episodes of Crime House 24/7 drop every weekday. Listen to and follow Crime House 24/7, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know you can't cook. You're not one of those people who say that they can, but when people come over for dinner, they find out the hard way, you can't. You can't even microwave popcorn, and that's literally just one button. Plus, measuring and patience are huge parts of cooking, and that's just not you. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
amigos? Brad Evans here. Check out this booming voice and Pat Boyle on BetMGM tonight, covering the biggest sports stories from coast to coast, live and interactive on the free Odyssey app, discussing NFL offseason news and getting you ready for the madness in college hoops. BetMGM tonight with me, Brad Evans and Pat Boyle, live and interactive, Monday through Friday night starting at 6 Eastern, presented by BetMGM. Always live on the free Odyssey app and watch on YouTube at BetMGM tonight.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you, too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
The home of Yankees radio is WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station.
She's a lady in red, put a hat on. Take your ski mask off, put a hat on. Man, I don't care about your feelings, put a hat on. If your man likes springs, put a hat on. If you ding dong dings, put a hat on. I'm a solid good man, put a hat on. I'm a 10-foot man, put a hat on.
888-808-1019. It's Pete Off with you on the Fan till 4 a.m. when, I'm not really sure, what is it, WFAN overtime? I think that's what we're calling it. I don't even know. But that's something's happening at 4. It ain't me. That's what I do know. 888-808-1019. Get your Jets phone calls, Giants phone calls lined up. If you want to talk about the draft, the combine, quarterback situation for the Jets, it's very simple. Tommy DeVito, Kirk Cousins, and get me someone down the line, someone late. Maybe Frank Reich has an eye on somebody, but don't draft a quarterback in the first 3 or 4 rounds. I honestly, every time I say it, I was like, don't the first 3 rounds. Now it's the 3 or 4 rounds. I don't want you even to draft a quarterback until it has to happen. This guy is obvious. He's been sitting there forever. Shedeur Sanders, if he was there at later on, maybe go pick him up. Maybe you pull what the Browns did, but nothing early. Please, I beg you. That being said, I know Devin Williams gave up a home run his first pitch. Let the jokes write themselves. It's spring training, people. Are we going to go crazy over spring training? I will tell you why this means absolutely nothing. Devin Williams worked on a new pitch today for the first time. I think I don't think I buried the lead. I think I just killed the lead. But it's the first time he ever used the cutter. He doesn't throw it at all. He threw it 0 times last year. And it's a new pitch. It's a new experiment. And not saying it failed, but it didn't work. That's for sure. Gave him a home run. No big deal. It happens all the time in baseball. In spring training, it happens all the time. No one takes spring training for real. I don't care. But here's the reality. This is the stuff that you really have to think about. And Devin Williams, I'm not going to lie, had a terrible first month or two with the Yankees. It was awful last year. It was the worst first month he has ever had. It's not the first time he's had a bad first month, though. That's actually his MO. His MO is the first month is bad. He's got a pattern of that. Now, this time around, it was a little bit more egregious. I think his ERA was somewhere in the 10 spot So that's not exactly what you want. But the point being is this. I am not concerned about Devin Williams. He does not scare me one bit. He didn't start well, but then finished with a very, very solid first year with the Yankees. All right? You want to sit there and mock and make fun and laugh about his first half. That's totally fine. All justified. This, by the way, is for you to understand. I'm not shocked by having a first month that's terrible by Devin Williams. In his career, okay? His April-March ERA is 4.58. His whip is 1.55. So this, to me, it's not like... Now, 10 ERA was pretty bad. Again, that was bad. Is he broken? Is he terrible? Let's go on the rest of his career. His Mays, 2.97 career ERA with a 1.042 whip. In June, 1.49 ERA with a .969 whip. July, 2.14 ERA with a .905 whip. His August, 2.05 ERA with a 1.031 whip. In September, October, ERA 2.18 with a .903 whip. Yes, his first month was atrocious. It was awful. But that is given. So I'm going to let him have a month of grace. I'm going to let Devin Williams have a month to himself where he can, you know what? He can give up a home run every single appearance. I'm going to let it happen. Because I know at the end of the day, he is going to be the best closer in the game. That's right. That's how confident I am with Devin Williams. Devin Williams is going to go down as the best closer in the game next season. First of all, you automatically take out Emmanuel Clase because he's never pitching again in baseball. Who is his competition? Edwin Diaz was great last year. He's been really good as a closer. He hasn't been perfect, though. He really hasn't. He had a good season last year. Devin Williams has had better seasons than him. And we know how closers work, too, by the way. The year that they're off, the next year they usually have a good season. So last year with him with an ERA of 4.79, I expected to go completely opposite. I completely expect him to dip back down into the low twos, if not low ones. And this is, I'm not trying to get into the home and away stats here, but just some things to kind of break it down. At Yankee Stadium, he was a 3.69 ERA. So people that think that, he's terrible in New York. Well, at home in New York, with a fan base that was booing him and killing him, he finished with a 3.69 ERA and a whip of .947. On the road was a little different. I wasn't very happy with that. A 5.93 ERA. But the point is, he can handle New York. And that's the point. He can handle everything that this team, that he's going to have to see in New York. I'm not worried about him at all. Think about that. Again, April, March, his ERA was 9. It was brutal. But that dropped up. Then he went to 4.22, so he started to get better. In June, does anybody remember June? He was flawless. An ERA of .93. That's the guy that I know. And that's the guy that's going to show up this year. I really don't. I don't trust David Stearns with a lot of things these days. I'm very mixed about this Mets team. I don't feel fantastic. But I do feel that Devin Williams got a bad rap with the Yankees fans. And it's going to be a joke every time he gets the home run, and that's totally fine. I get it. Well-deserved. He was pretty bad with the Yankees. But there was certain things there that, whether it was unlucky, whether it was a short porch, whatever you want to say, which is not the case because on the road it was just as bad. But Devin Williams is going to be a better pitcher this season. And he's going to revert back to that old Devin Williams where he was unstoppable in Milwaukee. And the only reason, and I love Pete Alonso, and I got Pete Alonso's back for a lot of things, and I'm sure this whole entire season we're going to talk about Pete Alonso a lot. Pete Alonso hit a pitch off of Devin Williams because they broke down and simplified an approach to Devin Williams, and they were able to uncork something. Now, am I saying that's going to be, that has now ruined Devin Williams? I don't think so. But they were able to pick up something and tell Pete Alonso, and he listened, say, this is where your zone, this is what you have to look for, this is where the ball's going to be, and that's where that's your sweet spot. Don't go outside of it. And that just so happened to be where Pete Alonso sent it to the seats. And he, quote unquote, ruined Devin Williams. I don't think he did. I think it was a really bad season, really rough season in New York. It happens. It was a really rough month. But let's put it this way, too. If Devin Williams couldn't handle New York, why would he sign with the Mets? Like, you legitimately know what it's like. I mean, David Stearns wasn't like, I mean, he could have been, but didn't feel like David Stearns was begging Devin Williams to come and be a Met. He signed a 3-year deal. It wasn't even a 1-year deal. It was a 3-year deal. I think he likes it here. I think he's going to be fine. Like, I mean, look, he basically made the Yankees change their outlook on the facial hair. Don't let spring training scare you if you're a Met fan. That's all I'm going to say. And at the end of the day, Devin Williams will definitely be the best closer in New York. I think he will be the best closer in the league at the end of the season. He's still got great stuff. He's still got his airbender. He's working on some new pitches. I think you add that to the repertoire, he still has electrifying stuff. But now you add some different pitches to it. It should change a little bit. Plus, I think that, as we see from relief pitchers, sometimes it's an every other year battle. And let last year be terrible. That means that 2 of the next 3 years should be good with Devin Williams. No? All right. 888-808-1019. That's the number to call. It's Hoff with you on the Fan till 4 a.m. Let's get to Phil in Sheepshead Bay. Phil, what's up, buddy?
Hi, Al. I want to make a couple of points about the football giants. Number one, Wendell Robinson's going to want a lot of money.
Well, how much is a
lot?